Cloud sounds good. All right, we are live. Gentlemen, thank you for joining me for a demo of Tomorrow Dies Today Syndicate Edition. We'll do some quick introductions on what characters we're playing, and then we'll start with the setup. Gentlemen, Johnny, you want to get us started?
Yes. I am Archibald Hooge. I am a scientist, but I'm also very bad. I'm both those things.
I'm Sean Mooney. I'm playing the Node, a hacker extraordinaire.
I'm Travis. I'm playing Emerson Barlow, a gentleman assassin.
I am Alex. I am playing Azura Bado. I am the driver and the transport expert, I guess.
Hotshot pilot and smuggler. All right.
Hotshot pilot and smuggler.
So we have all chosen our characters. Since there's 4 of us, we get to pick 2 other named henchmen that we can potentially hire later on in the game. Do you guys have any preferences of who we pick? Our options are Cass, Jin, Axel, Boris, and Hugo.
I'm voting for Axel right now.
Axel seems really useful early game and for helping the technology track. Doesn't Jin Feng have an ability that will help us late game?
Jin has an ability where if she robs the CIA or Interpol, she can take missions that are in the world, which are out of game, and put them in our hands. A lot easier than we would be able to do it normally. Hugo can super soldier serum our dudes up, which then kills them, but it's good for late game as well. Cass can send agents around. We got Axel, who's a great choice. He can mess with the technology track, and Boris is just good as a thug.
We already have Emerson, who's also good as a thug.
Emerson's more the stealth guy, but yeah. We had Azura is actually a better thug than Emerson is.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys said Jin, I think?
Jin and Axel, I think, were the 2 that got mentioned.
Cool. I will throw them their tiles around. So they're not in the game right now, but we can use VP to purchase them later. Once we reveal the Doomsday Plan, it becomes more expensive to hire them. Otherwise, it costs us 8 VP to hire 1. Otherwise, it costs 12 VP once we reveal the Doomsday Plan. It's depending on the number of players. We now get 2 faceless henchmen since there's only 4 players. So we have the options of soldier, assassin, thief, hacker, scientist, and fixer. I'm going to let you guys choose what you think we need to round out our ranks.
That's 2 henchmen each?
No, 2 henchmen total.
Oh.
Yeah, we will start with 6 henchmen on the board, 4 of our named henchmen, 2 faceless henchmen.
I vote for at least one fixer, because we're really weak on the diplomacy side.
Yeah, we're very weak.
Fixers and scientists.
We're weak on charisma and combat.
We're not weak on combat. I'm not weak on combat. I guess you guys are.
Yeah, you're the only one.
There's only 3 total points of combat out here.
Yeah. Okay, so we probably need a fixer
then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll grab one of each. Pull them over. I'm going to give the soldier. I'm going to put him on General Goodman's base right now. We'll see if we need him when we start doing stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so we have done that. Now we draw 9 resource mission tiles. I keep hitting buttons and screwing with the order thing here. All right, so resource mission tiles. So we'll draw 9 of those. Let's shuffle the bag. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Are they supposed to be
8,
flipped? Okay.
9. Yeah, they're supposed to be non-complete. So we get to pick 6 of these, and we put them around the Interpol headquarters. We'll keep the other 3, then we'll draw 3 more, so we'll have 6 that we can swap out later. And the last 6 are in the world. We don't get to touch those. So you guys decide what is going to be best for us. So you are aware, my affinity is financial.
Vicious.
There's only one vicious.
Trafficking.
Desperately want some vicious, so I propose Murder Inc.
Yeah, we should definitely get that.
we've got two vicious people, and we are in this together. But I would like at least one of the trafficking ones. I don't see that there's a huge difference between them.
Just get both.
This
Just get both.
the smuggling ring one is going to be better for you, Emerson. But the maritime piracy is better for me because of what it takes to do.
Okay.
That's 4.
And just as a reminder,
Got a lot of
the yellow spots on here are a preview of what's on the back, so you can see what you could potentially get with spoils later. So also balance what you need in the future, like what other henchmen we're going to want to recruit and stuff like that, the diversity of those kind of resources. And we can always swap stuff out later, so this is not like for the rest of the game.
With that in mind, we should probably look into the narcotics or social engineering scam.
We don't have any soldiers. Do we have a soldier coming from any of them?
None of them have soldiers. I was thinking fixers.
Yeah, we don't have any fixtures yet either.
Do we have any? We get soldiers from Murder Inc. I know those are assassins, aren't they?
Yep.
Hacker, scientist, assassin, fixer, hacker or thief, and fixer. So
we're gonna get the rigged sports event because there's no corruption either.
Ooh, good call.
No corruption. That's a good point.
One more, right?
I think either the hacker cell or the narcotics division, based on what they give us. The hacker cell gives us options. We can get a fixer or a thief or a hacker from it, whereas the other one gives us corruption.
Take the hacker cell because we don't have any data cache either.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and place those in any order you want around Interpol. The first one we place is where the Interpol agent starts. So just let me know which one you guys want to place first.
Maritime piracy was the one that got placed first if we're going by raw.
We draw 6 random doomsday tiles. We don't get to know what those are and put those around the CIA. So I'll do that for you guys really quick.
The 3 that didn't get picked go back in the bag?
No, we keep those. So does anybody want to be in charge of our communal vault?
Sure.
Cool. Then those stay right there. We also draw 3 more to put into our communal vaults. So we have access to all these if we want to spend espionage and flip them out onto the board. The other 6.
Hey, you were worried about soldiers.
Say
there
again?
You go.
Sorry.
Two things for soldiers. Yep.
Cool. We also keep 3 doomsday missions. So we know, basically we have an idea of what's not on the board. And if there's something we really like on here, we can swap it out. So you guys are aware I get a betrayal trigger if that disruption mission is on the board.
Okay.
No, does not like his networks taken down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we have doomsday missions out. We don't have to worry about, well, we already put all the other stuff on there. Since we have 4 players, and I'm honestly thinking about changing this timeline, we'll use this playtest as kind of barometer. Our clock starts at 8. I think it should start at 7. And then we draw a global event because we have the clock starting on an even number. So right now, short supply, everyone's buying, but no one is selling. Effect, Goodman's resources requisitions cost double, which means when we want to buy resources, normally it costs 3, now it costs 6. In order to get rid of this, we have to find a new fence, which means we spend 1 infamy for every completed mission on the war map, minimum 2. This is the best time we could do this, or could have gotten this, because it's going to be the cheapest. The problem is that as we complete missions, it's going to make it more expensive to get rid of as well.
So you just need to spend like our first 2 infamy that we get.
Effectively, yeah. So because we could do it at any time. So as soon as we complete a mission, basically we shouldn't complete more than 2 missions on the first round, and then spend 2 of that infamy immediately on getting rid of this. And whoever completes it gets a VP.
When do you get to spend the 2?
For global events, you can do it at any time, as long as it's not during monologuing. So that means when we're in villainy and doing stuff, we can complete them.
All right.
All right. Did we not draw side jobs? Oh, sorry, I forgot to give side jobs out. So we also get side jobs. So let me hand some of these out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But you were giving them all to me. Wow, okay.
3, 4.
Oh, those are all mine. Okay.
Yeah, we each get 5 in total. And we get to pick between the one we started with that has our henchman's name on it and these 4. We get to keep 2 of them, and the others go back to the deck. I did this one out of order. We should have done this back when we grabbed the henchman, so my bad on that one.
Hmm.
And apologies for the smaller print. We've boosted those up, but I haven't loaded into Tabletop Simulator yet. Ooh, totally doing that one.
And only named henchmen can have affinities, yeah?
Correct.
Cool.
Okay, I'm actually going to ditch my named henchman's one and keep these other 2.
So we're keeping 2, yeah?
Keeping 2, and then the others go into the deck. Back here on the other side. And I'll shuffle it after you guys all throw them in there. We are not allowed to do the red side of the cards, just FYI, because nobody can be disloyal in this one. So. My cat keeps hitting my mouse. Hey, Ninja, get some screen time. Hey, buddy. All right. We had a 5th join us. Is that Andy?
That should be Andy, yeah.
Where do we put these when we're done with them?
There's a stack of cards right over here. Just go ahead and drop them on there. Perfect. I'm going to create a spot for these. I need to be better with my space here.
The side jobs get returned to the world, you said?
Side jobs get returned to the world, yeah.
Okay. I shuffled mine into a face down stack.
Awesome.
How do you add the cards to the stack?
You hover over, and when you see it highlight, then you can just drop them.
Yeah, deselect and they drop into it.
Okay, we have gadgets out and directives as well.
Hey, Sean, can you remind me what the purpose is of the 4 little attribute icon tiles we've got?
The attribute icon, yeah. Those, when you build a squad, you can put them on the numbers underneath the squad, so that way it reminds you the squad has 2 combat or 4 combat. You don't have to do the math every time.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, and last but not least, I'm going to shuffle the Doomsday deck a couple times, and then I'm going to pick a Doomsday card for us. We can look at this at any time we want. However, once we do, the clock counts down twice as fast. So what we're going to have to do, basically as a group, is prepare as best as possible, get really beefy squads and a lot of resources, then flip that over and have maybe a couple rounds left to pull everything off. Okay, we don't have to worry about nefarious plans for this. Global events are already here, side jobs are here. Shuffle all the rest of the side jobs, and we are good to go. All right, if you have betrayal triggers that are active, go ahead and put those red markers in the bottom left of your sheet. You don't have to worry about the top one that talks about team leader. You ignore that for Syndicate. You just have to worry about the bottom 4. We also don't have to worry about placing staging markers face down since we're all playing cooperative. So all you need are the numbered ones. Here. You guys need anything else before we start? Cool. All right. So we will start our first round at scheming. Interpol CIA sweep. So any squads on CIA or Interpol get damaged. Nobody's there, obviously. Now we start coordination. First off is requisition resources. Basically, whoever's the team leader, and I will start as the team leader for the first round, and we'll just pass it around the table as it goes. Whoever's the team leader can requisition resources. We have no infamy, so we can't requisition anything. Plotting, if we have gadgets or special abilities, we use those now. Gadgets, if we had data cache, which we don't have any right now, we could buy gadgets, and then we make our squads. So you're aware, the gadgets that are out are reprogram Jones, which means we can add one resource to a resource mission reward after any affinity bonuses. That's really good in early game, so we should try to get that. Evac jets, that's good for Azura. If you can return all willing squads on the tile to the henchman's base tile. So effectively, if you ever get into trouble, you can avoid all the damage. Good way to get away from the agent for cheap. And then hypnotic spray, we either get +2 to one squad's diplomacy for one action, or we can deploy to an agent's tile, and going forward, the agent moves in the opposite direction. All circumstantially good. All right. So what are your guys' thoughts? I know what I want to do, at least for one phase.
So none of us can really get any of these missions done without teaming up, right? At this point.
Correct. And we also have those
No.
two faceless henchmen we can throw into our squads as well. So, but yeah, in the beginning, we have no funding, which means we have to be very frugal in our squad making and travel. And we don't have any extra henchmen except for those two. So working together is going to be very crucial.
Do we want to get one of
Okay,
the ones that's
well-
worth 2 infamy so we can pay off the global event?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
get 6 infamy in phase 1 if you guys want, by completing counterfeiting operation.
The counterfeiting operation is
Is that your side job?
No, I'm sorry. That's one of the
3, 2,
resource
1.
missions. It's financial, so it's my affinity. So if I
Got
help
it.
complete it, I'll get 6.
Gotcha.
I am 1 stealth short though to complete it by myself. So I either need the soldier or I need one of you guys to help me out.
I can do that, and that would make it easier for us to move a large group in. I don't know if that's the best use of my ability, though. I feel like we could move more people to someplace else.
We have a fixer, you said?
We have a fixer
We
and
have
a
a
soldier.
fixer and a soldier.
If I use the fixer, I can finish the
2,
murder
1,
rank.
and
Remember, the agent's going to move onto that tile at the end of the first phase too.
Ah,
yeah, the
And
counterfeiting operation is a good choice for the first mission.
then I could do it as my second. Is that correct?
You could do it phase
Yeah.
2, yeah, and then you would move onto the tile, and it's a lot less dangerous. He is going to bolster up the difficulty though, unless you corrupt him.
So I need to do it on 3 then.
So how about me and the node take the counterfeiting operation?
If nobody's using the soldier, I could take rigged sporting events with the soldier.
That's true.
Cool.
Actually, me and you together would be a good fit for the rig sporting events more than the financial operation.
That's how that works, right, Sean?
Yeah.
I
Say
put the
again?
3 on Murder Inc. Because the agent will then be on Smuggling Ring.
Yep, totally fine.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit, we don't get any funding for counterfeiting operation. I can stay there afterwards for phases 2 and 3 and just generate spoils since the agent's not going to come around.
Okay. Okay. Which
but,
means that I
if
should
you
move
want-
someplace else.
If you wanted to help with
Gotcha.
rig sports events, you would have to then go back to base and then come back out in phase 3 because it's free to go to base, but moving around the map is going to cost you funding.
I can
Right.
get rigged sporting events done with just the soldier. Is there something more useful for all of your mad skills?
I don't know.
Let's see. You got
Hmm.
2210.
Yeah.
Do you,
What do you need as Emerson to finish?
I don't.
You need the
I need.
fixer.
I need a fixer for number 3. Yeah. And then instead of
For
using the
Murder Inc.
soldier, I can join you at Rig Sports event. Who is it? You.
It's me.
Yeah. The two
Yeah,
of us
all I need
together.
is one stealth.
The two of
Get
us
it done.
together solve it, and then I can go back to base in round 2, and then come back out to round 3, and it doesn't cost me.
And then we can. Well, it's not a good idea for us to end round 3 on Murder Inc. though,
Why?
just because the CIA agent's gonna end up there.
He's gonna end up in smuggling ring.
Yeah, he's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to end the round on Hacker Cell.
Okay. Oh, right. So he'll have already passed us by the time we get to there. So that is a good play. Okay, that'll work, and then we can finish 2.
Okay, I'm just going to throw all mine onto counterfeiting operation then, because I got nothing else I can do.
I
With
think that's a good use of the node's talents.
making money.
Whereas I'm basically being the fixer for the group and spot filling in 2 places, and so is Emerson. Which means that if you can crack the big sports events on 1, you should sit there if you can and just continue to produce out of it.
Azura doesn't bring what I need.
For this?
Yeah, I need a diplomacy.
Oh, you're right. Hmm.
Yeah, you're not helping. I just need the fixer.
Okay.
I'm fine with you taking a fixer. I don't need it.
So I
can go to the counterfeiting operation and collect, or at least produce.
I can do that all by myself. Is nobody using the soldier?
Not
I
currently.
can't get anything out of the soldier that I can use, so no.
Are you doing anything phase 1?
Other than helping you, no.
Oh, you're helping me up there. Okay. I was looking at smuggling ring, trying to figure out how we can get you to complete that, but that one's going to be tough. Phase 3.
Yeah, we don't have the assassin or the. Yeah, I would need at least 2 henchmen to finish that because of the mixed affinities. Because it's a 4-3-1.
Okay.
4 stealth, 3 science, 1 diplo.
Is there anybody else free with 1 diplomacy phase 3? Because you could do Interpol headquarters.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
If you need me, I can do that. I'm currently just planning on milking up spoils from rig sports events.
Well, you'd also have to come back to base.
Yeah, that might be best for round 1, just because then we can have henchmen, and then we'll be more self-sufficient next round. We won't have to worry about penny pinching like this. So, but yeah, you need that diplomacy, otherwise you're not gonna be able to complete that.
Mm-hmm.
So, what if I jump on?
Is that a good use?
You don't have to. Oh,
would
you
it
have
be-
the fixer.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold
Oh
on.
yeah, I could pull the fixer for 3, but no, because somebody else is using the fixer.
Yeah, no, sorry. I thought orange was Emerson. My bad.
Yeah, no, Emerson's got the fixer. That would be how we would finish that one.
Now we get
I'm not really
spoils immediately in each phase.
You can generate a spoil every phase, but then you have to spend a phase collecting them as well. You can collect them all though at the same time.
Okay.
Who's can stay
So-
at rig sport events and just soak everything
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, that was my thought. I can just actually pick them up, and then if we can get the material to get me those evac jets,
Wait,
or
but
I'll
only
just
one
get sent
person.
back to base.
If one person is, can one person generate spoils and another person pick them up in the same phase?
No,
No.
you have to choose one or the other.
So we don't want to both be
Oh,
there
yeah.
in 3.
You're right. So that doesn't actually help.
No, whatchamacallit, what is the, oh, you're 1 short on cunning on that too. I was thinking if you could do maritime piracy, because that would be perfect for you.
I know, right? That's one of the reasons why I wanted
The fixer, yeah.
fixer, but it's already in a different squad at that point.
Oh, that soldier's not doing
I mean,
anything for us this round.
We could do maritime
Yeah.
piracy with me and you and the soldier.
Just finish it this round.
If we
in
wanted
round
to.
3.
In round 3.
I don't know. Maybe.
You won't be able to
We'd have to
collect
split.
on. You won't be able to collect on rig sports events if you do that, John.
I can
Yeah, you
collect
should
once
you
on
should-
rigs.
You're
Oh,
gonna-
I see what you're saying. You're right.
You'll be able to generate but not collect.
Yeah, you might as well stick on rig sports events.
This first round, we might just have to eat the action, which sucks. But
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, the soldier's really not helpful.
Yeah, if we had the scientist or the another fixer, we'd be golden right now. But that's tough. Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna go chill on maritime piracy, I guess.
That
Think about it.
that will be good for next round, though. So.
It's true. I'll already be there.
Okay. All right. So we now move to villainy. So we're going to fund our deployments. We're all moving for free because we have small squads. Deploy out to your phase 1 marker. Use your squad tokens, guys. These things right here. My cat is fascinated, by the way. He's actively watching this. Watching the screen. He's very pleased about all the moving colors. All right, so as team leader, we'll resolve my tile first. Counterfeiting operation needs 3 stealth, 2 cunning, 1 diplomacy. So you have at least 1 stealth on Azura. I got the rest, so we can complete that. I have the affinity for financial, so we can collect 6 infamy. I'm going to go ahead and toss that over to you. So I'm just going to throw 6 infamy next to your sheet. So that's in your vault now. That's now completed. Going around clockwise, we get all the way to rig sports events. Do you guys together have 2 stealth, 3 cunning, 1 diplomacy?
Yes. Yeah, we definitely do.
Do either one of you have an affinity for vice?
I do not.
No. Okay. Who wants to hold on to the loot?
How much is it?
You have 2 infamy and 1 funding.
Sure. Give it to him.
All right. So, John, I'm going to copy that over there.
Thank you.
Somebody should spend 2 infamy to get rid of that short supply.
Yeah, I can do that right now.
All right, cool.
Where do I put it to spend it?
Just delete it and then grab the card and a VP.
And where's the card? This one?
Yep. I'll grab the VP for you.
Thank you.
Boom. And then we flip.
Oh, and then can we remind me when we do our side jobs?
Do them during monologuing. That's when you
Okay,
brag about all the cool stuff you've done in VP.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So that is the end of our first phase of villainy. This guy will move. We now deploy to our second staging marker.
I go home.
If you're going back to base, it's free. If you're going somewhere else in the war map, it costs funding, no discounts. Sweet. My pizza is here. I'm very excited.
It is exciting. I'm excited on your behalf. Should we leave the numbers out here, or is it okay to just take them off the field?
You should take the 1 off because that shows that action is done.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we should all be on our phase 2 marker now. So starting with the team leader, I will check the requirements: 2 stealth, 1 cunning, which I have. I will generate a high alert token on here as a spoil. Go around the circle. Gets to rig sports events again. Do you have 1 stealth, 1 cunning, 1 diplomacy?
I do.
Cool. We'll generate a spoil for you. You guys are back at the base, hanging out, taking a breather. We end phase 2, so we can move our stage markers off, move the agent up 1 space, and now we start phase 3, fund deployment and move again. Me and John have a discount of 1 for staying on the same tile. You guys have a discount of 1 for moving from the base, and we all get to our destinations. Starting with mine again, I'm going to keep generating because I got some time before this guy gets here. So I'm going to go ahead and generate a second spoil. You are not able to complete this one. We already talked about that. And going to Murder Incorporated. Travis, I believe you are good.
Yes, it is complete.
Cool. And you have a vicious affinity, so you get 6 infamy as well. All right, moving around back to sports events. Do you want to collect or do you want to generate?
I don't have time to generate, right? Because this guy's gonna be on me.
If you don't collect right now, then you will have to collect next round, and then he's going to pop on you at the end of that round.
Yeah, so I'm gonna collect right now. Is it better to take corruption or another fixture? Do you think?
Gotta get the henchman right now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave that
Yeah.
decision to you guys.
Okay, cool. We'll
I
grab
would,
the
I
henchman.
would say getting henchman's a good shot right now. So that's a fixer.
Yeah, it is a fixer. I will put one. I'm assuming you want to send that back home.
Yeah.
Yep. I will put him on your base tile.
Okay.
Okay. That is the end of phase 3. Agents investigate again, and we are done with villainy. We are chugging along here. Next part of the game is monologuing. So we can voluntary recall. We can
I'm going
move
back to base.
Oh, I don't want to move my guy.
I wasn't trying to move you guy. I was trying to move the 3 underneath.
Oh, sorry.
Because if I don't go back to base, I have to fight that agent, right?
At the end of phase 1, but you can move phase 1 somewhere else. But if you ended up on the same spot, then yeah, you'd have to fight.
Yeah.
And they win.
So if I'm planning on staying in this spot for phase 1, I could move additional units to join this squad without cost because I'd be moving them for base. So it's totally fine for me to just stay where I am. Yeah.
You only get the discount once, so it actually might be better to come back, reform the squad, and then move them all at the same time, unless somebody else comes out to join you. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. So we did vault. Now we tithe the Goodman. So we can tithe to our communal vault right now to keep our stuff safe. And it's also where the team leader pulls from in order to requisition resources and such. So I don't have anything because I gave all my stuff to you guys. So if we want to tithe to the vault, we're just going to use this area right over here that Travis has set up for us, and he's going to manage that for us.
Is there any reason to hold on to infamy?
There's absolutely no reason to hold on to infamy. Unless something
Infamy goes into the vault.
comes up.
Is there any reason to hold on to VP?
You always hold on to VP, yeah. You can't lose VP.
Okay.
Resources, if you want to give them out to other people, we can just exchange them because we're henchmen at base right now. But you can also throw those into the pot if you want, just in case.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we get to complete Goodman directives. So there's 3 directives up here at the top left. First one is political disturbance, execute a headquarters. We have not done that. Lightfinger, complete a larceny mission. I think we did that. Did we?
Nope. None of those are larceny. We don't actually have the only larceny on the field is the hacker cell.
Cool. Whoever completes that will get a VP, and then whoever's the team leader gets infamy. Victimless crime, complete a vice mission, which you guys
did that.
in Rig Sports events.
We
So
did that one.
So somebody collects
You
a
did.
VP, and I collect an infamy.
Okay.
I'm going to take the VP.
Okay.
Since you got the VP for the other thing.
Sure.
So what do we do with the card?
Whoever claimed it grabs the card. That is considered a completed objective.
Got it.
The only reason that is important is because there are some doomsday plans that say every henchman has to complete a certain amount of objectives. So global events, side jobs, and directives are all objectives.
Okay.
My cat is being very needy right now and very annoying. At least he's not asleep and snoring into the mic. Now we get to side jobs. So if you can claim one of your side jobs, feel free to do so at this time.
I can claim only the strong will survive because we resolved a global event. So that's a VP and a henchman to me, and that's a whatever henchman I want. Is that true?
Yes, you get 1 VP and 1 henchman.
Okay.
Cool.
Actually, a really good one. So.
Yeah. Okay, so any ideas on, do we need a,
They're more responsible.
what, an assassin or a thief?
We need either a thief, we need a thief, a hacker, an assassin, or a scientist.
Yeah, I'll get a thief.
Right. Seems like I would need at least 2 different henchmen to accomplish the maritime piracy because I have 2210 and it needs 3120.
So let's figure that out for you this round because that would be helpful. So you need 1 combat and what, 1 cunning? Am I getting that right? All right.
Yes, cunning is the light bulb.
Yeah.
Okay.
The light bulb. So does anybody have 1 combat and 1 cunning that wants to help him out?
Can you trade henchmen freely between the bases?
When we're at base, we can exchange. Yes, we can toss anything we want around. And Emerson has 1 combat, 1 cunning. So
I am
Well,
at
there's
murder
this
rank.
soldier that no one is using would be enough combat. I would still need the cunning though. Can I take the soldier from General Goodman's there?
you can during requisition resources. Yes.
Okay, this is requisition of resources, so that's a yes.
Sean, can you remind me that thing with the affinities that lets you get spoils when you're not on it?
If you have an idle squad on a tile that's your affinity, you can generate or collect spoils. Like as a for instance, if I were to leave my squad 1 there and then fund a different squad to go somewhere else, I could still do stuff on that tile since financial is my affinity.
Okay, so I should like stick a squad on there.
Yeah. And
So I
really
guess
quick,
we can't both do it at once.
say again?
Trev?
It's not valuable to have 2 different vicious squads on there at once, right?
That was my plan, is to get an assassin pumped out so that I could leave him there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to move that soldier back to
okay.
Goodman's base because we're not quite at requisition resources yet, but you'll get him at the beginning of the round. That's just for turn order purposes.
Can I steal that fixer that you've got since you don't need him to complete that vicious mission, Travis?
Yes.
The-
You'll have to come
The
get him
squad
now.
is still on the tile. You cannot because the squad is not at base to be disbanded.
Got it.
Can you
Like I
take
said,
him-
no, I can't.
Can you take him
There's
if you?
another picture we have though.
Oh yeah, it's over on Archibald's lab.
Well, I don't necessarily need the fixer. Either the fixer or the thief would provide the cunning I need. And why'd you move the soldier back?
He's just said that because we're not at that stage in the game yet.
It comes at the beginning of the round.
that's okay.
You
I
will
thought
get
that was
him.
part of
Don't worry. I just want to do stuff.
Okay.
in
Okay.
Do you want to take out a hacker cell this round?
I'm down.
I could do the hacker cell with 1 thief.
Well, there is a thief.
What stage of the game are we at
Actually,
right
wait.
We're in
round?
monologuing still.
3-3.
So actually, yeah, let's finish off monologuing, then we'll get to scheming, so we can do all this stuff.
No,
So
I
Goodman's,
would need 1 hacker, no 1 thief.
Goodman's plotting actions. I'm going to flip out 1 directive and 1 gadget.
Okay.
Move this stuff over here.
I would need a hacker for the hacker cell, not a thief.
I
You
can
can
help
do
you
it
out.
on your own, though. Okay.
And I could do it with both of my guys.
Yeah.
If you want to do hacker cell on phase 2 or 3, I can help you out because I can help you out from base. I have a ability.
Oh, cool.
So
Cool.
I need to go back to base phase 2. So I can either hack the planet from base and help you out, or I can come out there phase 3 and do it directly.
Well, so if I can do it phase 2, that'll free you up, Archibald, to do something else. Because it'll take me 2 henchmen to get maritime piracy. I don't think it's really within our grasp. As much as I'd like to do that.
If you have the soldier, I can go up to maritime piracy with you on phase 3. But never mind. Agent's gonna
No,
be hitting their
Agent's going to be there phase 3. If
Yeah.
we're going to do it, we need to do it for first phase.
Yeah, I
Which
need to
means
collect
it's
my
probably not a
spoils.
good choice.
So sorry, can't do that.
That's all right.
All right.
Are we
So
still replacing markers? Yeah.
yeah. So
Or
let
is
me
that-
move. I kind of skipped the world react. So I'm going to move the clock down by 1.
Yeah.
We go back to the beginning. Interpol sweep. We're doing all the coordination stuff. Now requisition resources. Travis is now the team leader. So Travis, you acting as the team leader can give stuff from the communal vault, which includes this soldier, to Andrew.
Alex.
Alex. I'm sorry.
So that goes like that. So there's that. So he's got
Okay.
the soldier on Azura. You don't need any infamy. Do you need any funding? Anyone need any funding for their turn?
I'm good.
Remind me how to get gadgets.
We have to spend data cash right now.
Right.
And we have to spend it based on what's the technology track is at. So right now
Okay.
it costs 1 data cash, then it would go up
And
to
we
2
have
data cash, then 3, then 4.
0. Cool.
Yeah, we don't have any. yet.
So here's a plan. I can crack the completed stage of the hacker cell without any assistance. So if you can help me crack it stage 2, I can just stay there for 3 and produce. And then we can claim it next round.
Cool.
And I'm freed up in round 3 if I get the funding, because I can leave the assassin there after that.
Mhm.
Just as a reminder, phase 1 next round, that cells or that spot's going to get hit by the agent. So you might not want to leave the assassin there at the end of the round.
At the end of the round. Okay. Okay.
You're good this round. He won't be there.
I see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. So it still frees me up to move away for phase 3, or I can generate twice.
Yep.
And not spend the funding. So does anyone need my stats, which are on my card for phase 1?
I need your stats, but for phase 1, well, actually, yes. With your stats, I could finish maritime piracy if phase 1. I would need funding, though.
I'm only available in phase 3 if I take the funding.
Only in phase 3, okay. So who's doing what phase 1?
I'm generating.
I was gonna go crack the smuggling ring.
Smuggling. Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
So actually, if you need my help somewhere phase 1, I can collect on that without an action because it's my affinity. If you give me a henchman, I'll create a second squad and send them wherever you want.
Take the soldier.
Okay, where do you need him?
The thing that I would need assistance with is the hacker cell. I think that is the best use. On phase 1, because if I get help there on phase 1, he'll have already moved out, yeah? Or no?
He'll be there at the end. He'll be there. Azura, phase 1, go help in the smuggling ring, because then it's your affinity, and it'll double.
Well, that's fine, but I'll have to move back.
No, you don't.
So maybe I should move that squad.
Take the funding.
Well,
Here's some funding. Now you can move from
If it's relevant,
smuggling ring to
if it's
hacker
relevant, I just realized I can't actually do a smuggling ring by myself. So Azura would actually be really helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll be there. That's fine. Perfect.
That actually works out really well. Does anybody need the soldier? Because I do not.
Do not.
I can use him, but I can't use him right now.
Take him.
I'll be able to use him next round. Okay.
Cool.
I have a plan.
So we have placed I need to place the rest of my staging markers. Then stage 1, I guess I'm just going to do this, even though I don't need to. And then phase 2, phase 3. I'm going to hacker cell phase 3, right? Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah. I'm going there. Yeah, I know what I'm doing now. Cool.
And no one needed me for phase 3, so I'm going to stick here all 3 rounds.
Yeah, and then we've got an extra fixer if anybody needs a fixer.
Why would you need to go into hacker cell phase 3?
I thought you wanted me to hang out there and generate stuff.
Oh, I was going to hang out there and generate stuff.
Oh, yeah, then
that's
I'm
why I
going
have my marker there. No, you'll be fine doing something else. Free yourself. Free your mind.
I'm going to go generate spoils and rig sports events.
Yeah. Sounds villainous. I'm all for it. You're going to steal some little kid's Pokemon.
All right. That is the end of scheming for our second round. Now we go into villainy. We'll fund deployment. Mine is 1, -0 for my discount, so I'm funding for free. Everybody move to your phase 1 marker.
Okay.
Emerson's also discount. Everybody's getting the discount. Nobody's got a big enough squad yet. So. Okay, Travis, you're the team leader. Let's start with your tile first.
Okay, the mission's complete, so all I'm going to be doing is generating spoils. Where is that tile?
I just threw one on there for you.
Thank you, sir.
Kind of
I'm good.
Excellent.
All right, next up is smuggling ring. Do you guys have at least 4 stealth, 1 cunning, 1 diplomacy?
Yeah.
Yes. Between us, we do.
Yeah, I've got 3 stealth and plenty of smarts and diplomacy.
Yeah, and Azura's got the other 2 stealth.
2 stealth, 1 cunning, yes.
Yep.
Cool. And does either one of you have trafficking as an affinity?
I do.
Awesome. So instead of 2 infamy and 1 espionage, you get 4 infamy and 2 espionage.
Nice.
All right.
So I'll let you guys deal that out however you wish.
4 infamy.
Comes around to me. I'm going to collect these 2 spoils. Badoop. Badoop. What do you guys think? There's funding and scientists. Do we want one of each? Two scientists?
Yeah,
Funding?
I'd say one of each.
All right,
Yeah,
team leader, I'm deferring to you.
agreed.
So I will take one funding and one scientist, which is all the way over here. Come here, scientist buddy. And I'm going to send him back home. I don't need him in my squad.
Okay.
Alrighty, that ends phase 1. So go ahead and let's move our 1 markers back home. Agents investigate, so the agent moves up very uncomfortably close to me. And now we go to phase 2. So phase 2, starting with team leader.
Phase 2, I'm going to generate again.
Bada bing. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys should deploy. So if you need to move, go ahead and move. And then that would cost 1 funding, so you'd spend 1 funding for that act. Perfect. So now to smuggling ring. Do you have at least 1 stealth, 1 cunning, 1 diplomacy?
I do. Then generate spoils.
Alrighty. Bada bing. There you go. I move back home for my phase 2. I will use Hack the Planet. So from the node's base tile during a phase, once per round, the node may contribute his attributes to any one willing squad on the war map. Azura, are you willing for me to contribute to you?
I am more than willing. Please help me.
Sweet. Hack the planet.
That'll let us complete this for larceny.
Cool.
Oop.
Neither one of us
flipped all my tiles.
neither one of us have larceny as a affinity. Did you see what the reward was?
I did not. My bad.
Of course.
This is my. It's a hacker, finances, intelligence, and infamy.
I got it.
Infamy, espionage, funding, and a hacker. I'll grab the hacker.
Cool.
Okay. And I'll grab the funding. That's all
I
right.
already got the funding.
Would you like to send the hacker back home or put him in your squad?
There you go.
I'd like to put him in my squad if that's okay.
Yep, go right ahead. The options are you can either create a new squad on the tile with just that one dude, put him in your squad that just got him, or send him back home. Now, FYI, I just got a betrayal trigger because there's a hacker working for somebody else, and I am a jealous bitch.
If it's better for you to get the hacker, that would probably be better. Can we split? We can split the spoils like that, yeah? He doesn't do much for me.
I actually can't get it because while I loaned my... No, I'm considered to have completed it for like purposes of objectives and stuff if I wanted to claim it. But
you can put it in your base and tithe it to Goodman, and then Goodman can give it to you during requisition, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be a permanent problem, but it's also the shifting of betrayal happens throughout the game.
Yep, I'll put him in my base.
You can keep him in your squad for now. It's fine. Because if you return back to base at the end of the round, you can break them up anyway. And we're not near the end of the game, and I'm not over 2 betrayal triggers anyway, so we're all good.
Someone has completed a side quest, so actually all 4 of my betrayal triggers are up. And someone else is team leader, so technically it would be all 5.
Zura's pissy right now. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Zura's not happy.
Yep. This is terrible.
Everything sucks.
Everything is awful.
All right, everybody take their second phase things, and agents will investigate and move to the tile that I was just at. Whew. We start phase 3. So first deploy to your phase 3 and fund if need be. I am going to move for free to rig sports events as my squad is still small. All right, team leader, what are you doing on your tile?
I will be collecting spoils. I'll grab an assassin and funding, I think. I got it all taken care of.
All right, to smuggling ring, what are you doing?
Yeah, might as well just generate spoils.
All righty, another spoil has been generated. To hacker cell, what are you doing?
I'm generating spoils.
Boom. And I will do the same on rig sports events. All right, now the income is starting to flow. All right, agents investigate at the end of phase 3. Everybody move your phase 3 tokens back to your base. We are done with villainy, wahoo. We now go to monologuing. So first off, voluntary recall if you choose. I think I'm actually okay. I might chill here. Do we have, oh, actually, yeah, if I can get that hacker, I can deploy him out to counterfeiting operation and start doing some damage.
Done.
You have to. Don't you have to? You can trade it now, or when can you trade
I
the?
can't do it right now. We'll do it next round.
Okay.
So I'm just
So
going to
yeah,
keep
you
a
can
guy
have
on
them.
there. So if you want to voluntarily recall your squads, though, you can.
The only one I have out is Azura, and I need her to finish the hacker cell on her own because it's 2-2 to complete.
That's
Can't
fine.
be finished by a single henchman.
That's fine. So so you still have the hacker with you then, right?
No, I sent him back to base.
You have to send squads back. Can't send individual henchmen back.
When you got it.
I sent him back when I earned him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah, he's never been in my squad.
Do you have access to a second cunning? Because the hacker cell requires 2 cunning in order to generate a spoil.
Oh, I thought. Oh, dang! Did I miss?
So that no, that's fine. Just keep the
So,
hacker.
so maybe I did have him in my. I did
Yeah,
have
and
him
then
in my
and
squad.
everything's fine.
Yes.
So. Okay.
My bad.
You are good. Don't worry about it. All right. So that was voluntary recall. Now we tithe. If you are back in the base, you can tithe the Goodman. So unfortunately, I cannot tithe.
I will tithe all of this infamy to Goodman. I'm sure he'd love it. Here you
But you're not in
go.
base.
Does anyone?
You're not in base. You're.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, named henchman has to be in base in order to do it.
Got it. I thought it was. Never mind. Okay.
All right. Now we complete Goodman directives. So we have the directives up here at the top. Execute successful mission at CIA, complete a larceny mission, and occupy 2 completed Doomsday tiles.
We did complete a larceny mission. I think I did that one.
All right, so you get a VP, and Travis is team leader. You get 1 infamy.
All right.
And that does happen
Grant the
after
VP.
the tithe. So.
Okay.
All right, complete side jobs. Travis, we start with you, and then just go around the table.
I do not have any side jobs completed.
Me either.
Me neither.
Muted here. I do. Whatchamacallit? Nest egg. Collect 2 spoils from a financial mission. So I'm going to get a VP and a funding.
Very nice.
I'm going to put a Goodman thing on there so I don't forget that I completed that already. All right. We now have Goodman's plotting actions, so we'll flip out another Goodman directive and another gadget. God, there's a ton of stuff in R&D right now.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Need some
smuggler's
data
routes.
cache.
Everybody check out Smuggler's Routes. Those are really good.
Get your hand out of the way.
Hold
Oh,
Alt.
Never mind. I can alt.
You
Yep.
hold alt. Oh my goodness, that is really strong.
Gadgets are good.
You ain't kidding.
So let's see here. The world reacts. The clock goes down to 6. That means we flip out a new global event. So flipping that over. Neighborhood watch. Effect. Spoils cannot be collected.
What?
Rumors of my death is the solution. Return an infamy to the world for every completed objective, minimum 1. So let's count up the objectives we completed. That's global events, side jobs, and directives.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2 from me.
I've completed 1.
1. I've completed 1. So that's 4.
5, I think. So
5.
Can we
I
pay it
happen
from
to
the
have
vault?
5 infamy. I can just pay it for myself. I have 5 infamy.
yes, we can pay it anytime that's outside of monologuing. So basically, as soon as we switch over to the new round, which is right now, you can pay it and then collect the VP for completing the objective.
Yes.
Done. Happily. Screw
that's-
that noise.
That's one of those that as the game goes on, it gets more like most of them, like in early game, don't screw you too much, but then later in the game, they end up costing a lot. So be prepared because we're going to be hitting more of those.
Okay.
Okay, we are now at the beginning of the round. A CIA and Interpol security sweep. Nobody's on those tiles. Now we go back to coordination, requisitioning resources. We finally have infamy and such, so we should pay attention to this now. Let's see here. Alex, you are the team leader. So you can spend, if you'd like, 3 infamy to get any one resource, like data cache or something like that. But be aware that all of the doomsday plans are going to require a mess load of infamy to complete, at least 50, sometimes 60. All the doomsday missions are worth 8 infamy apiece, so that'll help. But just be aware that spending infamy is problematic for endgame.
Okay. How badly do we want any of those the data cache costs?
You're going to be getting some data cache from Hacker Cell shortly, so.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, let's
But we won't-
husband our infamy.
Okay.
But when do you get to flip over the Doomsday missions? Which stage is that?
Right now, during
Okay.
plotting.
Reveal it.
You
Oh,
do have the
I have 3 of these, so I could actually flip over a bunch of them. I am actually going to do that unless anybody has an item that requires these. Is it advantageous?
Unless we want to swap out more resource missions, flipping over doomsday missions is not a bad idea. Completing them too early is a bad idea.
Okay, I can flip over 3 of these, and I don't have a strong desire to swap out any of our other missions, except I do want to swap out counterfeiting operations, since it doesn't look like we're going to be really caring all that much about that one.
I was planning on going over this round and generating a bunch, but if we have something better to do, I'm fine with that.
How does that work? Remove a resource mission or swap out a resource mission?
Mm-hmm. No, then again, I don't have that hacker, so I don't have to go to counterfeiting operation because I would need the hacker to go do it. Or a thief.
That's true.
I need a thief. I'm sorry.
You need a thief. And there is a thief in play. It's with Archibald.
Does Archibald need the thief?
So let's.
Currently,
Good question.
I currently do not need the thief.
If you guys want,
so
I
I'm
can
gonna.
send that dude out and generate a bunch this round.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna spend these 2 espionage to flip 2 doomsday missions.
Cool.
And I'm gonna flip this one and this one.
So for
Thought control.
the first doomsday one we flip puts a high alert token on the CIA, and he will move out to this tile at the end of phase 1, since that was the first one we flipped.
Okay. Okay.
He skips all the blank ones, so that means he'll go phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Just so you know how it's moving.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
And just as another reminder, because this is important, if we complete one of those missions and he touches the tile and there's nobody there to defend it, he puts a high alert, or he puts a high alert token on it. If he does it again, he removes it from the game.
Understood. When you say no one there to defend it, like he only hits the tile if he doesn't hit us?
If he hits us and does not have any damage left over after he kills us all.
Got it. So if I had evac'd from that tile using, say, the evac jets, then we would hit the tile.
Correct.
Oof.
If you use your special ability where you half the damage, then no. Because that one you're actually taking the damage and then reducing it.
Got it. I do kind of want to buy data cache just so that I can get the smuggler's routes, because that'll allow me to deploy for free with large groups. That might not be useful this turn. I could probably wait. So how would I swap out the resource missions? Because you mentioned that there was a way to get resource missions other than these 6.
So if let's go take a look at Interpol together really quick. I'm going to flip it over. Let me unlock it first and then flip it over. So that's a little cheat sheet.
Okay.
When you're on Interpol, you can either complete the mission and collect rewards, or you can spend corruption to raise or lower the high alerts on the tile, or you can spend corruption to grab a resource or doomsday mission from the world. That's why Jen is helpful, because she could just go complete the mission, collect rewards, and a tile.
Ah, I see. So she could swap that out. Okay, so I think I picked the wrong side missions then, which is kind of damning for this person.
I'm not sure which ones you picked, but
One of them needs three vicious missions to be out.
that's gonna be tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad that would be. Oh well.
All good.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else that I need to do during this phase? The plotting actions?
Not unless there's another Doomsday mission you want to flip over, or because we had 3, I think. We don't have to flip over 3.
Yeah. Might as well flip over 3. So this one.
Ah, all right. I have another betrayal trigger. The node does not like disruption missions. So between me and Azura, we are currently not in a place where we can win because we have to lessen our betrayal triggers. But we have time. So
I need you guys to stop completing little side jobs.
Who'd you call it? Now we can commit squads. Archibald, may I please have that thief?
Yeah. How do you get the thief?
You would disband your squad and then you can reform them. But when you reform them, you don't put the thief in there. You just give them over to me.
Okay, but I don't have to go back to base or anything?
Well, your squad 1's already in the base, right?
Nope.
Where am I looking at? Oh, I'm looking at Emerson again. I keep switching your colors.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's out in a smuggling ring.
I cannot have your thief then.
Okay.
Do we have another way we can get 2 stealth and 1 cunning?
I have 2 stealth and 1 cunning, but I'm occupied. I guess I could go over to that one and produce there instead. I'm already in the world, so that would cost money.
Yeah, no.
I mean, money to spend on it, but
I mean, through like faceless henchmen, we have the base. The Fixer has a cunning. The soldier only has 1. Do we have an assassin?
2 stealth.
We have an assassin, yeah. It's in my base. Just trying to figure out how to get it into Murder Inc. But do you need it?
If you're going to go do the Murder Inc., well, Murder Inc.'s going to be hit phase 1. He's going to leave at the end of phase 2. You can get him there phase 3.
Yep.
Do
you need him?
If I can use him and the Fixer,
I'm also available.
I can go out to what?
I'm also available. I'm at base.
What I'm trying to do is get a squad out there and just leave him idle so he can generate while I'm doing stuff at Rig Sports events. That way I can do 2 tiles at the same time. So that gives us a multiplier, basically.
Oh, because you're financial, huh?
Yeah, and then I can return at the end of the round, and then I can give you the assassin back, and then you'll have the entire next round to do whatever you need to do with the assassin.
Okay, and I'll figure out what I need to do then. I don't think I have anything I can do.
What about?
I could hit Interpol HQ.
Yeah, I was going to say we have Interpol and CIA, which are now both options. At the end of phase 1, the CIA agent's going to move. So both of those are targets. And I would love for CIA to get up to 3 high alert tokens because that's a betrayal trigger for me. And if we get Interpol up to 3 high alert tokens, that's a less betrayal trigger for Azura.
Mm-hmm.
I should stop QBing though. Let you guys make more decisions.
You said we need to. Well, I mean, no, because it's good input. Because I mean, you're the one who has more experience with playing the game. Sure. Just because you're saying that it's a good idea doesn't necessarily mean that that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, but once it goes to 3+, it's a betrayal trigger for me. So.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah.
So it needs to have exactly 3.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh no, it needs to have. Oh, that's terrible.
One of you will always be pissed off at because of Interpol.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Teamwork, making the dream terrible.
Now that said, that's partially how we balance out the betrayal triggers. So it might be worth it because Azura is so high up right now.
It's true.
Hey, Sean, can you talk me through the order of operations with this Interpol agent? So
Sure.
this first round, I can like, do I have time to generate spoils the first round and then collect them the second round?
You do, but then he's gonna hit you at the end of the second round.
And that's not great. So I should just
Collect
collect
and move.
Well,
at the start.
hold up. Hold up, though. He'll hit you in the second round, and what'll happen? You can just take the damage and then go back, because he'll do 1 damage to you. And is that always applied to the faceless henchman first? So
You
you'd essentially
choose
just
where
lose
the
the
damage
thief. So you could just
Okay,
hit
so-
your named guy and go back to base then at the end of that round.
As long as we haven't done a mission on Interpol yet, because if so, he's gonna do more damage.
That's true.
Are we planning on doing that?
I don't know. Not before the end of the not. Are we planning on doing it before the end of the second round? Is the question.
I'm looking at you, Emerson.
You guys have got all the others covered, and you wanted to grab financial. I'm not even sure what I can do because I can't touch vicious for
You
2
can-
rounds.
Let's see here.
'Cause I can't go to Murder Inc. on the second round. I don't have 2 combat.
I can go to Murder Inc. on the third round.
So I mean, so could I.
So- Why don't you take the
Yeah.
soldier? Why don't you take the soldier and go ahead and take down Murder Inc. starting phase 2 because the dude will be there and what have you. I don't need to do both the counterfeiting mission and rig sports events. I can just do rig sports events for this round.
Who needs the soldier?
Myself.
Murder Inc. Okay, here you go. He's
Then
back
I
at base, so you can just.
I don't
have
need you there in phase 3. So that moves me there
Okay.
in phase 2 and phase 3. Will I need the fixer?
Just remember that the agent will raise the difficulty equal to the headquarters difficulty, so
Right.
it'll be 2, 3, 1, 1.
Yeah.
Well, hold up. If you need, do you need the soldier if I'm not there?
Yes.
Why?
I
you
only
already
have
have the
because
combat.
I only have a combat of 1.
It only needs a combat of 1.
When the Interpol agent is there, it needs a combat of 2, and he's there in round 2.
No, he's
You'll be
not.
there.
He's here in round 2.
He moves at the end of the phases. So that means he'll be here for phase 2, and at the end of phase 2, he'll move here. At the end of phase 3, he
Okay.
moves.
Well, but if I'm going to finish the maritime piracy thing, I need a soldier or I need a combat. Doesn't necessarily have to be a soldier. It could be an assassin or something. So I could get a thief or a hacker, but neither of those would give me the combat I need. I need a soldier or an assassin.
I've got the assassin. It's a betrayal trigger,
Do you,
but that's not
I
a big
know.
deal right now.
He's also jealous.
Yeah.
And also,
so I'll give you the soldier if you give me the assassin, essentially.
Archibald,
But I need to move him out.
modified your betrayal triggers. You had a couple betrayal triggers on there that weren't noted.
Oh, thanks.
This is weird.
So I need to move him to here, and during my second or third, I'd need to move him up there so that I could join the squad with him. Can I do that? Can I move more than one squad during a phase?
Yes, you can move as many squads as you pay for, as long as they're all going to the same spot.
Okay, but if I'm deploying from the base, it's free.
If you're deploying from the base, you get a discount of 1 in general. So if you're moving 2 squads from the base, they can combine together and move together as 1 squad, and then you get the discount on both of them.
Okay, but I can pay to move a squad from what is this one? Hacker Cell. I can pay to move the squad from Hacker Cell, and I can move the squad from the base for the discount and pay nothing for that guy. And
Correct.
have them join up on Maritime Piracy and complete it. Okay, that's the plan. We can finish that. That'll work.
Okay, I'm going to do all 3 of my actions on rig sports events then. Does everybody have stuff to do this round? Cool. All right.
Silence.
Let's see how this works. So starting villainy, funding deployments, pay for it if you need to. I think everybody's first one is free. We deploy tiles, and now we are going to generate or collect spoils. So see
I'll
here's
generate one.
generating another one there. To hacker cell. Did you already
Generated
do
as
that, or-
well. I generated a spoil just now, yes. I already did it.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing if you want to toss it on mine.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. Nobody's completing missions, so then we go to collect rewards, remove staging markers, so we can move our ones back to the base. Agents investigate. Now we begin phase 2. So phase 2, starting with our team leader. So
I'm going to collect.
cool.
I collect both. Yeah.
Would you like data cache, hacker, or thief?
Good job, Slurk.
I want a thief and a data cache.
Thief and a data cache. I'll grab the thief. Go ahead and grab the data cache. Do you want that at base or on your squad?
Let's put that in my squad.
Done.
Thank you.
Okay. My phase 2 will be generating again. Around to Emerson up on Murder Incorporated. Do you have 2, 3, 1, 1?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sweet. Yeah, that's right, because you got the fixer. Nice. Cool. So generate a spoil for you. And then last but not least, we have smuggling ring.
I'm going to harvest, 2 hackers and a funding?
Cool. I'll go grab the hacker for you. The hackers for you. Would you like them back at your base or on your squad?
Are they going to help me fight off the agent? No.
Nope. There's no fighting the agent back. It's either corruption or they deal damage.
Great. Then I guess I'll have them at my base.
Cool. 1, 2, and then you grabbed the data cache for the funding, right?
Funding, yeah. Yep.
Cool. Everybody grab their stage 2. We have our agent hitting our first player. So the way this works, agent hits the tile. He does an amount of damage equal to the high alert tokens on the tile and their headquarters. You intelligently just collected all the high alert tokens here, so those are gone. So he's doing 1 damage to you. Do you want to try to corrupt him with 1 corruption or take 1 damage to your squad?
I have no corruption. I take the damage.
Cool. So you can either kill the faceless henchman or send your dude back to base.
Send my dude back to base.
Cool. And you lose any infamy that's in your vault because he goes on national or international television talking about how he routed the infamous Archibald Cluj. But otherwise, you take no penalties. Your squad's still out there with your thief.
So,
you're
okay.
You're just not in it.
Yeah, Archibald gets kicked back, so now Archibald's back in this.
Oh, okay, got it.
But thief is still out there doing his thing.
Hmm.
Okay. That was the end of phase 2. So now we have phase 3. So fund and deploy. It's going to bug me. I'm going to flip that over. All right, starting with you.
Archibald Cluj.
So you're on maritime piracy. Do you have 3 combat, 1 stealth, and 2 cunning?
I do. In fact, I have
How did
considerably more than that.
How did you get the assassin into your squad?
I moved him there this turn because I'd activated that tile. He was in my hangar.
But I thought you were
That's
in
why
hangar cell for 1 and 2. Am I incorrect?
I
Or
was
hacker cell?
when I produced him. So you put him into my hangar at the beginning of the round, and when I activated 3, I moved him in from the hangar to that location.
I see what you mean.
And
Okay,
I
so
paid-
actually how that would have worked is the assassin would be in a separate squad, so he'd be in squad 2.
Oh.
And this would have been in your
Okay. And,
and then that
okay,
would
and then there's just 2 squads there.
yes.
Okay.
Do you not have to pay for the second squad?
So the squad moves from the base, and he gets the discount of 1 for moving from the base. So it would be 0 funding for that one, and he'd pay for the other one to move.
Cool. Okay.
Good.
I wasn't sure if the squad that didn't have the named henchman didn't get the discount.
No, they all. So you only get the discount once, even if you're moving 3 squads from base. You would get 1 discount cumulatively, not 1 on each squad.
Okay.
But since only 1 squad qualifies for it this time, it works out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
So at this point, now that they're in the same area, I could combine them into the single squad.
They can't combine, no, but they can both collectively work on the mission together.
Okay.
So between those 2
How
squads,
do you?
3 combat, 1 stealth, and 2 cunning.
Yes, I need to shift this guy down, but yes.
All right, and you have trafficking as a affinity, yes?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. I will give you your 6 infamy. Boop, boop. Flip
Thank
that
you.
over. And that is your action. So going to Murder Incorporated.
Collect. I'll take
Collecting?
the assassin. Yeah, I'll take the assassin and put him in a new squad. I'll copy it right now.
All right, I'm moving this guy off and deleting him. Cool. Smuggling ring.
I do not. I have enough to get the spoils.
Okay. Coming around to me, I'm going to go ahead and collect because I'm nervous about this guy coming to me. So I'm going to collect all 3. I have the access to corruption and fixers. What 3 should I get?
We really need corruption.
Yeah, maybe one fixer.
Yeah. But the flip side of that is I also have a mission to get fixers.
And just as a reminder, the Doomsday missions take a total of 15 attributes, so they're heavy hitters.
Oof.
We've been dealing with 6 so far on the
Yeah.
missions. So what is 2 corruption, 1 fixer?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think so.
Yeah.
For now.
I think that's the right choice.
Boop, boop. And we'll just copy this fixer right here and send him home. Get a scientist. Oh, whatever. All right, everybody take their 3 markers back. Agents investigate and move up. Now we can voluntary recall, which I'm totally going to do now. Goodbye.
I'm also doing that.
All right, so we're
I'll
all
leave
base now.
the assassin out there.
Good call.
You have to recall. You can't recall partial squads. Yeah.
He's a different squad. So
you
we're
recall squads, not henchmen.
Okay. You can't. Okay. You can't recall parts of squads then.
No.
Got it.
All right, so now we tithe to Goodman. I finally am back at base, so I'm going to tithe some infamy. I'm just going to tithe everything. Here's my funding. Here's my corruption.
Fat stack.
Yeah.
She's just like, I can't fucking believe you right now.
You're Jesse in the background.
Yeah, she's for some reason my mic picks her up really well. Doesn't pick up Adrian at all, but it picks up everything she says.
All right, complete Goodman directives. So we have execute a successful mission at CIA, have control of 3 gadgets, or occupy 2 completed Doomsday missions. We're not doing any of those right now. Now we get to side jobs. I got nothing.
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 Okay.
Anybody want to give me
Good
fixers?
plotting actions. We flip over a new directive, which is collect three or more spoils on a single tile in a single phase. Do it in one trip. The other one is media manipulation. We spend 2 corruption, 2 espionage, and 2 funding during plotting, and we can raise or lower the doomsday clock by 1. We then return this gadget to the pile and reshuffle. So it's a one-shot adjustment to the doomsday clock. It's one of the 2 ways we can do that in the game. The other way is through a doomsday mission, which is hijack major media outlets, which is currently on the table.
Oh man! So guys, I am 1 soldier away from being able to destroy IXPs.
Oh, I also
Do we
forgot
want to do that one though?
1, 2, 3.
I don't know. I like goodies.
So
I
like
mean,
gadgets.
yes, but if you complete that, doesn't that permanently make it so that the node has a betrayal trigger?
yes, if we can get rid of the tile, all the better. If not, I just need to make sure I have something else off my tile here. So like if nobody else has hackers, and if we can get CIA headquarters up to 3 high alert tokens, I'm pretty much fine. Also, once people get more gadgets than me, I'm also pissy.
Well, I need to have a gadget to not be pissy.
I need a
So
fixer, and
that's
I
fine.
can hit CIA. And yeah.
Okay.
I'm down to help pound CIA this round.
All right. And it's a side job for me.
Cool. It's a side job for me as well if we get it up to 3.
For a fixer, I can also hit CIA headquarters just every turn. But I only need a fixer and my henchman.
Before we skip ahead, I'm going to do the world reacts. Clock moves down. We start the new round. CIA and Interpol do a security sweep. Now we can start doing all our plotting stuff. Just to
Who's the team leader now?
it's
Johnny?
currently John.
Okay.
Congrats, team leader.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. What are my responsibilities as team leader?
You can requisition resources. You also go
trained my whole
first
life for this.
whenever we're resolving actions. That's pretty much all your responsibilities.
Okay. Awesome.
In Syndicate. So.
Okay. So you guys are planning on attacking CIA headquarters?
Mm-hmm.
Well, someone is gonna. At this
Yeah,
point.
it's not going to require 3 of us, maybe 2.
Is there anything else that we could
Really should
wise be getting done?
So really quick, the first CIA headquarters is 2222. So that's 8 attributes, and then it doubles after that. Then it's 4444.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
How much?
Because every time we beat it, it gets a new thing.
But we get a lot of stuff for beating it too.
How much charisma
Yeah.
are you looking at? On what's his name? Node.
Node only has 1. I'm not a big talker.
Okay. So you and I together.
What's talking?
You and I together take care of level 1 CIA. After that, we're gonna need a few things to get to the second one.
Okay.
To hit it.
Azura plus 1 fixer can hit CIA level 1. Like, I need 1 henchman to do that.
So Azura is
don't
also
think
good
that's-
combat. So with Azura and Emerson and an assassin, you guys are at 4 combat and plenty of stealth, and I think
We're only hurting on diplomacy.
diplomacy, and you're missing 2 cunning as well. So you need 4 diplomacy and 2 cunning. I can help with the 2 cunning and 1 of the diplomacy. So if you have 2 fixers, we can rock it all the way up to level 3.
Oh, actually,
Oh, I've got a fixer here.
I have 2 diplomacy. I'm looking at it
Yeah.
wrong. So yeah, my squad is. I mean, shit.
I don't have a squad right now. Like,
Add 1 fixer to
These are-
Azura, and I think we got it.
Yeah, 1
like,
fixer to either one of us, yeah.
if I can get, if you give me 3 fixers, then I can do that and accomplish an objective.
I
If
need
you
to
don't
be
need
there.
fixers for anything else.
I
Yeah.
need to be there. So if you and I
Understood.
together with 1 fixer, and we're done.
Okay. I'll trade a hacker for a fixer.
I'm using the fixer.
That's more at Node and Archibald because I see they both have fixers. I don't know if you guys are using them.
I've got fixers and hackers.
Yeah.
What do we need? What kind of henchmen do we need right now, guys? Because I can spend my time jumping around the board, either hitting Interpol or recruiting henchmen.
I specifically need fixers and either scientists or hackers.
Okay, hackers are in Smuggling Ring and also Hacker Cell, obviously. I don't.
Yeah.
Scientist is counterfeiting operation, but I can't do that this round because the agent's going to mess with it.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump on smuggling ring and hacker and just generate spoils,
Cool.
and so I could provide you
Well-
with hackers.
So, what's the advantage to having one of my henchmen complete one of the trafficking missions? What's the advantage of my affinity?
So the affinity on a completed mission means you can have an idle cell there, generating and or collecting every phase while you're also deploying other places.
Okay. So it would make sense then if I can put this assassin and
Fixer or a scientist.
no, I need a scientist or a fixer. I don't have either of those.
I have a scientist. I will toss him over to you.
Okay.
There you go.
So I can send the assassin and the fixer as part of that squad, and
That
just
means you guys can be generating on Smuggling Ring and Murder Incorporated together every single phase while you're doing other stuff, which is going to be very helpful.
that's
And
That's the
did you
thought.
say you could do CIA headquarters yourself phase 1, Emerson?
Yes.
Awesome. So then he can meet you there phase 2, and then you guys can rocket it up to 3.
Okay.
So you guys are
We
going
need
to be.
another fixer for that, though.
Yeah, it does need does require another fixer on Azure.
I have another fixer.
Okay, if you give it to me, I'll send it with my main henchman. We'll do that. Do you want my hacker? Because I don't have a use for it right now.
I'll take him, but I need something with at least one combat. Do we have an assassin or a soldier I could borrow?
I need the soldier to do the mission.
I can give you the assassin because I have a thief.
Sweet. Then I can hit Interpol once. If I were to get one more combat, I could hit it twice. But let's see here. Otherwise, I can head back to Rig Sports events on phase 3. Yeah, phase 3.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Cool.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, we're going to have some really powerful agents after this round.
Yep.
What do I do with my third round?
Well, so
Actually, can I borrow a corruption?
when do I spend my data cache? Do I do that now?
Yeah, you do it now. And
Okay,
can I
I'm gonna
borrow a
spend a data
corruption,
cache.
actually?
I don't have one to give you along with.
We have some in the vaults if the team leader wants to give me one.
Yeah, take it.
I'm going to change my action.
Deploy to missions of your affinity for 1 less funding or evac jets. Move the agent 1 tile in either direction. That is strong. I'm gonna get the evac jets.
Do you have an extra thief that nobody's using?
I have an extra. No, actually.
No worries.
If it was a big deal, I could do it.
No, it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm done.
So, first one is smuggling ring, just so I can deploy that team. Second one is CIA headquarters. That's when you need me there. Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Where should I go for my third?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
If you guys want to hit Interpol on your third, it'll be at 2222,
Oh, yeah.
and you guys can definitely hit that.
I can do that on my own. You don't need to join me unless you want to.
Checking to see what the rewards are. Oh, because we're gonna get a bunch of rewards. So yeah, we'll just split it there.
I need both of those corruption, actually.
Well,
Steal the second corruption. Sorry.
What's your stats at? 2, 3,
Shows it
4?
right there. Yep.
Okay. Because my main squad is just 2s for everything, because it's just my main and a thief, or my main and a fixer. But I need fixers. I need them.
And remember to take funding if you're deploying from
You wanna-
CIA to Interpol.
Go to big sports events,
You're right.
and I'll hit.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that works.
Remember your funding.
Oh, I do need funding. You're right.
So, team leader.
Yeah.
That one's free. That one's free.
Yeah, grab one.
I just need one, and
Thank
I
you.
got it, so I'm good.
I also need one. Thank you, team leader.
Yep.
All right. Please remind me to move both agents now because I forgot last round. So beginning funding deployment for our first movement. I'm gonna move both my squads to Interpol. For mechanical purposes, both my squads combine together, fly out of the base as a squad of 2, and then split back out into squads once they get there. It's a travel squad.
Cool.
Uber rideshare.
Did you have to pay for one of them? In that case?
because I combined them into one squad, they're now one squad of 2. So I get a discount of 1,
Okay.
and they fly out. So they're effectively one squad leaving base.
I'm confused. How are you able to do that?
If
That
you're
how it
leaving
normally
from the
works?
same tile, you can combine together for the purposes of travel. So,
Oh.
for instance, and we can do that from base with all of us. So, if all of us were going to the same tile, we could all combine together as long as we don't exceed 6 in the squad.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, 6 in a squad. Don't you mean 3 in a squad?
Well, you can combine to more than 3. It just costs more at that point.
Well, yeah, but I can do it. Okay, that's so. If you're going to the same place as me, it's cheaper, but that hasn't happened yet. So
Correct.
okay.
Okay. So, starting with team leader, Mr. John Archibald.
Okay. I'm moving to, or I'm generating spoils.
Do you have enough to do so with the agent there?
Oh, sorry. What does the engine do to it?
He adds the difficulty of the headquarters, which is currently 1111.
Oh, crap. Then never mind. I could do that. Never mind. I can't do it at all. I fail to generate
no.
resources.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
Were you
okay.
there phase 1 or phase 2?
Phase 1 and
Yeah,
2
we're-
and 3.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, my bad.
Oh, it's buried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So then comes to me. I will complete a mission on Interpol, which means we collect 2 infamy, a funding, a corruption, and data cache. Now I feel really bad. I didn't need the second corruption. I could have given that to you.
Could have paid him off.
Do we want to retract that since John, you didn't know that rule? I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, if you don't need that corruption, then that seems great.
So you would have gotten this corruption from the base in the beginning. You can spend that now to corrupt the agent when you get there to pacify him.
I do.
I'm going to collect a corruption from Interpol, and then I will grab funding and 2 infamy and a data cache. But now the Interpol has 2 high alert tokens instead of 1.
Dun dun dun. I think there is another one on there already. It's just buried.
Go ahead and leave that over there then. And then that'll be my first action. So Emerson, you're up.
All right, I'm hitting CIA headquarters. I've got everything I need. So I'm going to be getting 3 infamy, 2 funding, the espionage, and a data cache.
Awesome. Good for you. Moving on to Azura while he's collecting his loot. Where'd you go?
I went to the smuggling ring with my all henchman team.
Sweet.
Yep, I generated.
Oh, sorry, and my affinity assassin generates this.
Awesome. Good call.
Take care of
Forgot
that.
about
Done.
that.
Very good. Very good.
All right. The agents both move, so I will move Interpol and CIA. And down to phase 2. So, Archibald, phase 2. What are
Okay,
you
same
doing?
deal.
It's like
Still
conversing
generating.
first. Boom.
Yep.
For me, I am going back home. I'm sending both my dudes back home. Let's see here. Does anybody need help from? I can hack the planet if anybody needs it, but I don't think you guys do. I think you planned it pretty well. All right, so pay for deployments out to CIA headquarters.
I actually don't need to.
Small enough squad.
Yep, it's only 2 people.
You guys complete it together, and so that is you have 4-4-4-4 between the 2 of you, right?
That's a 3 infamy. Yes, we do. Because I have 2-2-2-2 just on mine, and he had enough to beat it the first time, so we have
And
to. Have
everything on mine is 2 or higher. So yeah, we're good.
Awesome. Then you guys get
Okay.
6 infamy,
So
4 funding, 2 espionage, and 2 data cache.
All right, we'll figure out how to split this up here in a second. I'm going to get it all stacked up here.
okay.
I'll grab funding, data cache. Cool. You're good.
This
Cool.
goes here.
I'd like a data cache.
Go for it.
Oh
Take
no, we can't. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not really in the communal vault. We just stuck it there for a second. So.
Just,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
split it up.
And the funding. And then, so just 50-50. You're going to be
That-
team leader sooner than I am, so you should take all the espionage.
Oh, the infamy? Or the espionage? Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Espionage. Yeah. And you have a ton of funding, so I'm just going to take this last funding, and then we'll be even.
Travis, I moved your
And-
stage 2 back to your base, just so you know.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Did you also want to generate on Murder Incorporated?
Yes, please.
Oop.
I'm also going to generate the smuggling ring.
Nice. All right. Agents will move. Now we deploy to phase 3. I am only going to deploy one of my squads to counterfeiting, and I'm going to spend my 2 corruption to pacify the agent.
All right. We need another. Yeah, there we go. And we need. Did you pay your funding for moving your squad?
I
Alex?
did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
I paid mine.
So wait, this should, Interpol should have, or CIA should have 3. Yeah,
Should have
okay,
3. You're right.
perfect.
Yeah, I just added the 3rd, which means
Perfect.
I get 1 less betrayal trigger. Yay!
Hooray.
Because the node doesn't like when the CIA is calm. It makes them too easy to hack.
Not enough of a challenge.
Exactly. One of his quotes is, "I'm doing this from my phone, otherwise it's not a challenge."
Samsung smart fridge.
All right. So let's see here. Phases 3, starting with team leader Archibald. What you doing?
Just generating spoils.
Boop. All right. For me, I am also generating because I'm ignoring the agent's presence.
Nice.
You guys.
I'm hitting Interpol.
Cool.
I've got the 2s, so I'm getting what, 4 infamy?
4 infamy, 2 funding, 2 corruption, 2 data cache.
3.
Now that Interpol
4,
has 3 tokens or
2,
more, I am not as
2.
angry.
All right. Betrayal trigger starting to head down.
2 funding. What am I missing? 2 data.
Or Emerson gets 1. But yeah.
Yeah, I just got 1. Doop.
So we need to give Emerson all of the assassins
At some point.
to make him happy again. To make him happy again.
I can give him mine at the end of the round. I don't need any, or the beginning of next round.
We only have to worry about the betrayal trigger at the end of the game, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But at the end of this round, we're going to be at 4 rounds left, and we still haven't revealed the Doomsday Plan. And once we reveal the Doomsday Plan, it counts down twice as fast. So things are going to get really hairy really quickly now.
Yep.
Gotcha.
It's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I'm a little worried, but we can do it. All right, so I forgot to move the CIA agent, so he moves.
If we lose, we lose. You can blame us for being noobs.
Hey, I lost the last time I played too. Like, this game's hard.
Yeah, timer's harsh.
Mhm.
Shit.
I guess the answer to my question is no, I shouldn't lower the clock down per our playtest.
Yeah,
So it's
I
considered.
do not think so.
All right.
I do not.
So that brings us to monologuing, where we can voluntary recall. And I also moved this guy here. So I actually didn't move either of the agents.
Oh, I needed. He's there. I'm going to. What we get?
Okay. I need to stay on rig sports events for at least 2 actions next round.
Do we need assassins?
I'll leave that up to you guys.
Is
think-
anyone needing assassins?
I don't think so. We need to reveal more of the Doomsday plans before we can really make that call. We're going to need assassins for destroy IXPs if we're going to go for that.
Then I will get
Assassins and thieves.
I'll get an assassin and a espionage.
Can we get hackers or thieves at all?
I've got hackers and thieves available from my spoils.
So which one's better? If you got a blend of hackers and thieves together.
And I currently have one thief available.
Got it. Well, I'm just looking at what we need to do to complete these. Hackers would be, if you can get like 3 hackers and a couple scientists together, maybe 2 hackers, 2 scientists.
So I've currently got 2 hackers.
I'm
I was
recruiting
thinking about-
scientists right now.
Okay.
A counterfeiting operation.
Okay.
That's going to be my entire next round unless we need me to do something else. I'm going to be just generating scientists.
1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. So are we ready to
How
do
do
the
we-
rest of the monologuing?
I think so.
Yeah, we're in voluntary recall's over, right?
Yeah, voluntary recall. Now we can tithe the Goodman. If your named henchman is in base, that means I can't tithe. So
I can tithe.
I cannot tithe.
Next is complete Goodman directives.
1 sec while I tithe.
So both of you guys executed a successful mission at CIA headquarters. Which one of you wants to claim it?
I have a side job for it, so let the other person claim it.
I will take it.
Nobody has gadgets. We are not occupying completed Doomsday missions. And did anybody collect 3 or more spoils in a single tile in a single phase this round?
Yes, I did on the CIA headquarters.
No, that's not spoils.
You didn't collect spoils. There's just 3. There's
Those
just
are,
3 high.
those are rewards. Those are rewards.
Those are rewards, not spoils. Okay, you're right.
But whoever's on smuggling ring will do that this next round, so they'll be able to collect it.
Yep, that was my plan.
Side jobs, starting with our team leader. Do you have any side jobs to claim?
No.
Okay. I have 3 high alert tokens on the CIA building. And the quote for this one is, "What's the fun of taking over the world if no one is talking about it? The node." So I will claim that one. I can move that off there.
I've met someone who sounds exactly like that.
That's 2 VP, an infamy, and a data cache. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any side jobs to claim? Starting with Emerson?
Yes. I successfully completed a mission on the CIHQ tail when at least 1 high alert token was present.
Awesome.
So I will get, looks like 2 villain prestige and 1 infamy.
Nice.
I'll take care of that right now. And that's it.
Alex, do you have any?
Nope, my side jobs are unfortunate.
Fair enough. Okay, so now we move on to Goodman's plotting actions. So we'll flip out another directive, which is teamwork. Successfully resolve a mission with, for Syndicate, all named henchmen have 1 or less betrayal triggers. But if we do it, we get 5 infamy. It's going to be hard, though.
Yeah, that's basically impossible.
Let's see here. And then we flip out a new gadget. Fuel cells. Did somebody buy a gadget last time?
I did, yeah.
Okay, we got to move the technology track.
I bought. Oh,
So now we have fuel cells. Deployments from base receive a discount of 2 funding instead of 1. It's pretty good, especially in late game. All right.
When do we make the call to flip the thing?
We should do it after the world reacts, so that now the clock goes down by 1. We'll get a global event, which is military support. My word, the boys at MI6 certainly have gotten themselves organized. Emerson. The effect: Doomsday missions are removed with 1 high alert token instead of 2. Sabotage intelligence files. Complete 2 missions on the CIA headquarters.
man.
Oof. Oof.
So that was bad timing. So what
Yeah.
that means, just to translate that, is if the CIA agent hits one of these tiles when they're completed once, he removes them from the game, not twice.
Oof.
And now the CIA headquarters is stacked with high alert tokens, which means that we'd have to corrupt it down to 1, spending 3 corruption on 1 action, 2 corruption on another action, and then complete 2 more missions. I don't think we're going to do that.
Yeah, it's just gonna suck.
So we have to be very protective over anything we complete, or we have to follow the agent, and then we'll have to figure it out. So beginning of the new round, if you would like to reveal the Doomsday Plan now, we may do so.
I think we
Probably
should.
should.
It's up to you, though, isn't it? You're the team leader. And
We can do one more turn because it's whether we flip it this turn or next turn, we still only get 2 turns.
Actually, we have we have this mission here, the hijack major media world outlets. Let me try that again. Hijack major world media outlets. If we complete it, the Doomsday Clock goes up by 1 or down by 1. Whoever completes it gets to choose. So,
We also have the media manipulation
yes.
gadget.
So we could potentially raise it up by 2, which means that actually if we wait one more round, then we could potentially squeeze another round out if we do both. Or if we do just this one and reveal it, we get an extra round that way. So,
well, at the very least, you should spend all that espionage to reveal the other 3 tiles. We have 3 espionage.
yep. Who's got? I don't have any espionage, so.
It's in the vault.
I tied
Oh,
3 of it to the
I
vault.
see what you're saying. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Spent. 1, 2, 3. Oh, another
What we
disruption. All right.
Mass destruction.
Well, now there's a power seizure map on the war map, so I lost the betrayal.
That's good.
I
Take
have,
over South American cartels.
I have 3 betrayal triggers right now.
Right?
Oh, you moved it as far behind my car, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it's gonna be rough. Okay.
We can buy another gadget and remove a betrayal trigger from Cluj. So that's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's buy another gadget.
it would
I've
be-
got one that I've got.
It's 2
Oh, actually-
data cash for everybody but Cluj. Cluj can buy it for 1 if he's on his
But
base.
it's a betrayal trigger for the node, so the node should buy one, and then it satisfies his requirement.
If Cluj buys it and then gives it to me, then we get it cheaper because Cluj gets the discount. And then
Ah.
Can I buy it right now?
are you
I
on your
just
base?
handed you the data
I'm on my
cache.
base, yes.
Then
Okay.
you build it doing.
I handed you the data cache.
That's
Well-
fine.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, do we want to just buy media manipulation now so we've got it?
Might as well.
You
You should be able to activate it even.
But still, like,
All right. Are you giving
Okay,
us
it's yours, Node. Take it.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so now that removes that
Okay.
gadget. So nobody has 2 gadgets, right?
Sean, help me out here. Under
Yeah.
coordination, are all 4 of those things happening at the exact same time, which allows us to do all of this? Or do you
Yeah,
have to follow that order?
So the way that order of operations works is much more important than the competitive versions. Is that each person can do one of those once each, and then it goes around the table where each person's doing one of them. But yeah, we're doing all this stuff simultaneously.
You want Filipino fried chicken?
Not right now.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go
I lost where we were. So
Should we
actually,
pitch
before
cash at you?
we reveal the
You guys
doomsday,
want it or not?
do we want? Does anybody have?
That's it.
I really. One second. Let me mute myself. Sorry.
If anybody has 8 VP, we can hire on Jin or Axel. But otherwise, yeah.
I only have 3.
We have 2.
I'm going to toss my data cache over to Archibald. So
Okay.
if you want to buy another gadget, you can.
Okay. What should we buy?
I'm going to leave that up to you guys.
The cheaper deployments probably help if you want to put large, because we're going to need to put large squads onto the Doomsday missions. That's the fuel cells.
Yeah, is there any chance that we're going to wish that we can move the agent around?
Yes.
Because that's the false flag operation. If that seemed like it was going to be central, then we could do that. But yeah, I'm down for fuel cells.
Moving the agent around is going to matter after we've completed a mission.
Yeah.
Fuel cells is going to help us complete the mission in the first place. I
Okay,
think
I've
the
got
fuel
it.
cells
I've got
is
fuel
the better
cells.
choice. Cool.
And yeah, if we need to move the agent next round, we can by buying that and then move the agent immediately during plotting. So this will help us this round and next round. Okay. You ready to flip?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a reason to
yes.
flip yet.
I don't think there's a reason not to.
Yeah.
So from Travis's logic, what he's saying is that if we wait till next round, then we'll still have this round, the round after that, and then the final round before it shuts down.
Did we spend the media manipulation?
We
And
do
what
have
with it?
media manipulation, and we also have the hijack major world media outlets on the table, both of which can raise the doomsday clock by 1. Hey, buddy, do you want to come back? Come on up. My evil cat wants you to join. Not so evil, more
Cat
action.
hacker. Can you hack the world using your cat?
Through Morse code meows. Okay, so
Program using butterflies.
either if we do both of those and do what Travis is saying, we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 more rounds before we lose the game. But we'd have to do both of them, which is
If
possible.
we think that that's a good plan,
I don't think it's
that's
a
a
bad
good plan. We can do that.
But that
Let's do
means
it.
that what we need to figure out exactly what we're doing this round and whether or not it's beneficial to not know the doomsday plan while we're doing it.
Gotcha. So my plan this round is sit where I'm sitting, generate a butt ton of resources, and when the agent comes calling at the end of round 3, skedaddle using my evac jets.
You are going to get hit at the end of phase 2.
Evac jets. Phase 2? Okay,
Phase 2.
well, skedaddle then.
Cool. That's a good use of Azura's talents. And remember, since that's your affinity, you can be doing other stuff elsewhere while you're generating and collecting there.
I know. I'm trying to generate on the big sports, on the rig sports events because I need those fixers. So I'm gonna have to spend at least two turns there.
Got it.
But if someone needs me for round 3, I can go someplace else.
I'm leaving the node on counterfeiting and generating through my affinity. So if you guys want to throw me faceless henchmen and have me create squads to go help you do whatever, I can do that.
I need to hit Interpol HQ
Again?
once. Yeah, it'll let me finish a side job without impacting us a whole lot. And
I can help you do that.
it'll get us a shit ton of resources. I
Okay.
need, what do I need? I need a charisma and a cunning.
Diplomacy and a cunning. Do we have a scientist or a...
I've got a fixture.
There you go.
Need my fixture?
Yeah, throw it on my...
Yeah, take them.
Cool. So that will cost funding. I'm good on funding. So it goes into this squad. So
If you
now
want,
we're good.
if you want to save the funding, give them to me and I'll come out and meet you there.
Telecommute
It is...
to your villain job.
Right here.
There you go.
Hack from home.
No, I'm Node's actually out in the field doing stuff, so I can't hack from home. But I can. I have another assassin, by the way. Do you want the assassin?
I don't need it, but it'll get rid of a betrayal trigger.
Does anybody else have an assassin? No,
I don't
cool.
think so.
Yeah, take the
We've just
assassin.
been trading
and
that one around.
we're less angsty.
Cool. Down to 1.
Less angsty.
Does anybody need any help? Phase 2 or 3?
Okay, so that sends me there.
I'll be back.
What is that? Okay. Are you? Who are you coming out with? Just the fixer?
Just the fixer. Yeah.
Just the fixer.
All,
Okay.
all I have is the fixer and my dude, and my dude is out on counterfeiting.
Okay. So that'll move me up to 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4.
If I can get one thief, I can finish the Crash Wall Street mission.
I have
This
a... Oh, wait, I've got a hacker.
Remember that if
I would-
the agent touches the tile and does damage to
Yeah,
like
it's
over
gone.
whatever the squad's there, then that mission gets removed.
I know. And he would be getting to that one on his 3rd, so
Yep.
it's not worth doing this round.
This
But
is,
if I can get a thief
And
for next round, I can finish just the Crash Wall Street.
And also, it's
With
so
everything
whatever
else
the
I have.
doomsday plan is might dictate what type of doomsday missions we have to complete. And if we complete the missions now, it's more expensive to remove them from the board. It costs 4 espionage as opposed to 3. Just FYI.
Okay, so we should hold off on the doomsday missions then.
Yeah, we're in a risky spot right now because of our limited time, and we have no idea what we're actually going for yet.
Noted. So all we can really do is build up. So we should probably still plan on doing the hijack major world media outlets.
We can do it this round as long as we protect it next round, but remember that CIA HQ has 3 high alert tokens, meaning that they're going to do 3 damage if we don't spend 3 corruption.
Yeah. Do we even have 3 corruption to spend?
We have at
on
least
the
2
table,
over
2.
here.
We have 2. But you're going to be targeting CIA, so you're going to be getting more corruption that way.
Interpol, yeah.
You're right, I misspoke.
I need 3 of it for the side job, which is why I'm hitting Interpol. So it doesn't
Okay.
it doesn't touch our resources. The rest of it is complete and open.
Okay, so we
Well,
won't have
so-
any corruption then.
We'll
I have a
two
question about Travis's side job. It says return 3 corruption to the world. Can you do that as part of an action?
He does that while he's claiming side jobs. So he would do it during monologue.
Okay. Okay. So no then.
No, yeah, sorry, no is the answer.
Now I could probably hit Interpol twice.
Might be worth it. It's going to be hell on wheels for anything that agent hits, but
That's
I can-
it's gonna be 4/4. I need 4/4. I'm gonna be at 3/4 3/4. I'll need a combat and a cunning in round 2 if someone wants to join me.
combat and a cunning.
Just a single combat and a cunning. In fact, I could use I can move the assassin from squad 2 to squad 1, and have the cunning.
I can also meet you out there.
No,
with
wait.
another
Sorry,
squad.
that just gets the combat. I need a cunning. I need a single cunning.
I can do that with my second squad because I'm going to need to get out of the smuggling ring.
I have an
So I
extra
can-
hacker.
Yeah, I was going to say we have a hacker and assassin, and I have a free squad that I can move if you need. So
Either of those works. Doesn't matter to me. I'll hit Interpol twice, so I'll get a shit ton of resources.
Hey, you want me to
Um,
send in a hacker?
Send something in for cunning. I need a single point of cunning in round 2 at Interpol.
and
Round
uh,
2.
So one of you guys
Alex,
will have to do that.
Alex, did you say you're going?
I can do it in round. I can do it in round 3, but I can't do it in round 2.
I'll do it in round 2.
Well, don't move the squads yet. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so are you sure about that? Because when you do round 2, that third round is when the Interpol agent, is going to hit the hacker cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well, then
worried
somebody
about my
else has a
smuggling
hacker.
ring because I can. I mean,
I don't know what I'm gonna do
You, but-
for my third round either, and so I could just sit there all rounds. I won't do anything in round 2. I won't have enough stats. Join me for round 3 instead,
Okay.
and then we'll hit it.
Sounds good.
You have 4 dudes in your squad.
Me? Yes, I know I'm going to be paying 1 funding.
So you can put a blank one out. You don't have to put all 3 phases out. So phase 2, you can just not deploy, and that means you don't pay anything.
Okay,
So it'll save you from paying the second time. So
gotcha.
because you can't sit on Interpol.
Now,
you can. Basically, if he's putting a phase 2 marker out there,
Got it.
even if he's not doing anything, he has to pay to deploy.
gotcha.
Got it.
So what he's effectively doing is he's putting this blank one out there for phase 2, but we don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am heading out somewhere, phase 1, to help. Who was I helping with the diplomacy?
I
what?
don't know.
Was I helping you with diplomacy the first round?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, I've got Interpol squared.
Someone gave me a fixer for something. I was helping them out first phase.
Oh,
wasn't me.
Actually, yeah, that is me. I'm sorry. Derp. That's why I'm totaling out my numbers right now.
Okay. Because they have 3 out there. Okay, yeah. So I'll
Yeah.
head out there and do that. Do you need the extra cunning and diplomacy from him the other rounds?
I'm checking right now. Okay.
I'll just deploy there all
Cunning.
three just in case. 'Cause I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, the cunning I only have 2.
So you have 3 with me.
Everybody's having
And
fun in Interpol.
diplomacy I only have 2. So
Jump in the pole.
the fixture goes up to 4. So we're good for the next round. And then yeah, I just need a cunning. And for the third round is what's going on with you there for the first round.
So between us all right now, we have 6 VP. Looks like. Oh no, 8 VP. I forgot about the 2.
You have 10.
Do you also have? Oh, you also have a 2. I wasn't counting the 2s.
You guys let me know when we're ready.
I am squared.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so we are beginning villainy. Fund deployments. I will move squad 2 out to Interpol, to this pile of mess that's out there right now. I will, okay. Everybody deploy. Now, generator collect spoils. As team leader, I will go first. I will generate spoils here. Are you generating over here on smuggling?
Yes. Sorry.
Did you already? Oh, you already did it. And then also on Hacker Cell.
Yes.
Okay, did it for you. Now we. Oh, and also rig sports events. Cool. Now we complete missions. We have plenty to do this one, and there's currently 3 tiles on there, which means we will collect 6 infamy, 3 funding, 3 corruption, 3 data cache.
Am I team leader next?
You are.
Okay. Then do you want me to just take it then?
Go ahead and take it all. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what,
Your
9?
named henchman back on the base at the end of this round.
Yeah, I'm gonna voluntary recall.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I just want to make sure. So, okay, buddy, come on back.
All right. So we get 6.
Ninja just voluntarily recalling to my desk.
We get 3 funding.
Okay. That was phase 1. Dude, you're right in front of the camera. What are you doing? He's taking out paper on my desk. Okay, you're good. Okay. So everybody pick up your phase 1 stuff, which I'm sure mine's under there somewhere. I'll grab it. Agents move. Someone grabbed. There it is. Okay, thank you.
I grabbed it for you.
Appreciate it. Phase 2.
No worries.
I will generate spoils here. I am not doing anything on Interpol except for flipping the bird at the agents. And Emerson, you are bypassing phase 2.
I am bypassing phase 2.
Are you guys generating or collecting?
I am collecting on the smuggling ring, so that's 4.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get, what does it generate? Hackers. Probably gonna get 1 funding, 3 hackers.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so I'm collecting 4 on the hacker cell. Does anybody need hackers or thieves?
Thieves would be better because the more hackers that are out there, the more likely it is I'm gonna have a betrayal trigger.
I mean, if nobody needs them, I should take data caches.
We need thieves. I need at least 2 thieves.
2 thieves?
Depending on what we're doing for the Doomsday thing, we're gonna need thieves. Almost
well,
all
what if
of them require.
What if I took 2 thieves and 2 data caches?
That seems good to me.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
And I generate on rig sports events.
Shit. I think I already put a token on here. 1, 2, 3. Someone.
Check it out. I stacked the hackers on top of each other. That's a hack stack.
Ah,
Actually, I think that was extra over here.
Aha!
That's 1, 2,
Oh,
3. Yeah,
that was rude.
Did
at
rig
you.
sports events get generated on?
Yes, I just generated on it.
Awesome. Okay, so that is the end of phase 2.
Okay.
Agents move, investigate.
My guys run home with their super special jump jets.
All right, that costs you a funding if memory serves.
I just spent it.
Didn't you just put it into our vault.
Oh, you're right.
There you go.
Now I spent it. You're right. My bad.
He was embezzling. All right.
And that's like counter embezzling. I'm giving money to the organization.
All right. So, actually, kind of funny side note with that. When the SEC fined Elon Musk and Tesla $40 million, $20 million apiece, Elon Musk didn't want Tesla to have to pay for his mistake, so he bought $20 million in stock to refund basically Tesla's coffers. And then the stock shot through the roof, so he ended up making much more than he got fined for by the SEC. So,
Wah, wah.
That's frustrating. Very frustrating.
fun financial facts. From reverse investment, I think, like we were saying. Okay, so phase 3. I am going to. I guess I'm going to collect over here because I need to. Actually, I don't need to come back to base. I probably should though because we're gonna flip the Doomsday Plan next round, right?
Yeah. I'm going to be coming back to base as well.
Now I'm going to collect because we might need me to go elsewhere. All right, so funding or scientists, what do we need? I'm getting 3 of them.
Corruption? It's corruption or scientists, right?
No, for me, it's funding
No,
or
it's
scientists.
funding.
Oh, you're counterfeiting.
We need I would get at least 2 scientists, possibly 3, because we don't have any. I've got the 1 that's out.
Yeah, because we're about to get 4 funding from the Interpol.
Yep. And we have quite large reserves of funding right now.
So am I getting 3 scientists or 2 scientists?
3 scientists.
3 scientists? All right. I have collected my 3 scientists. For my other third action, I am going to contribute to Interpol. So if you guys want to resolve that, feel free.
It's done. We've got it. Because your squad 2 over here from Johnny.
Do we need corruption? Do we need corruption?
Boom. Yeah. We're getting another 4, and we're gonna have 9 total.
Okay.
All right. So we're
But
collecting.
I'm gonna spend 3, so we're gonna have 6 total.
So we're collecting 8 infamy, 4 funding, 4 corruption, and 4 data cache.
And
I'll put another token on top of Interpol.
So I'm just going to generate 3 fixers then.
I'll tie pretty much all
good.
of this.
You're collecting.
Can I
3
have
fixes off of Rick Sports
2 of
events?
those? Actually, can I have 1 of those data caches?
Take it. And I'll just generate 3 over here.
Okay.
Just for continuity
And then the
purposes,
agents-
those are technically given at the end of the round since you have to be on the same tile to exchange. But it's not going to affect me.
Which one are you talking about?
The data cache that was just passed across the table.
Okay.
Well, he's there.
Right?
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm buried, but
Oh,
He-
sorry. I
he
didn't see
is
your
there.
tile there. My bad.
Yeah, he's there.
He does have a squad.
This is the first time
It's
I've
kind
played
of a
this game.
fat stack.
So I grabbed it. I grabbed everything for the 1 data cache, and I'm gonna start deleting things and make 8s for the infamy.
All right. So the agents are moving again. So they're hitting orange.
ow. So I just so that hits me with a strength of
Lots. 5.
lots. So I think I just lose both these guys.
Many.
Is that true?
Yeah. Those guys are both dying.
Oh, they're dead. Probably just delete them.
Yep, I got it.
All right. Back to monologuing, voluntary recall. I'm bringing both my dudes back and disbanding my
I'm
squads.
also doing that.
Ooh, glad I didn't give any infamy to Cluj.
Ah, no.
Oh, shit. I'm collecting the wrong...
So I'm specifically not disbanding this squad because I need it to accomplish the objective. 'Cause I need fixers in a squad.
Squads next during scheming anyway. I'm just kind of jumping the gun. All right.
Okay.
So Tithe the Goodman. Everybody can toss in. I'm going to toss in all my stuff here.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
My buying, so I can build gadgets during villainy actions.
Yeah, so you can buy them full price in the middle of the round, basically. So we can
Oh,
be in
okay.
the middle. we can be in the middle of a doomsday mission. We're like, oh crap, and you can buy a gadget.
But I can't use my discount.
You can't use your discount. No.
Okay, it says that if I'm in my base tile, I can choose to build a gadget as if technology track is one lower. That doesn't stack with the other half of the ability.
No, because well, if you are in your base during villainy, yes.
Okay, and so I am.
So yeah, if you want to buy a gadget,
Could I
right
have
now,
bought
you
one
can.
right now?
Yeah,
Like
go
right
ahead.
before. Okay, great. Doing it for a cost of 3.
That was 3 data cache, right? Not 4.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So
Okay,
technology.
what should I get? False flag.
Just so you know, yeah. Okay.
Just
So
so you know,
technically
we're-
now we voluntary recall because we were technically monologuing, so a little bit of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we voluntary recall, tied the Goodman, and now we can complete Goodman directives. So all named henchmen have less than 1 or less betrayal triggers. We have control of somebody has control of 3 gadgets. Occupy 2 completed doomsday tiles, or collect 3+ spoils on a single tile in a single phase. Does anybody?
I did this one twice.
Yeah, I did it as well, but I don't need the objectives. So if somebody else needs the objectives, you can do it.
What do you mean? How would I need the objective?
So sometimes, like I think Boris has a betrayal trigger that other people have completed more objectives than he has. And objectives are side jobs, directives, and global events.
Relevant actually to that. Has anyone completed more than 1 loyal side job?
I have.
I'm about
I'm
to.
about to have.
Completed more than 1?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Okay, I'll just keep that on there then. Because I'm never going to complete that other one.
Bummer. We can get you more side jobs if it helps.
How?
How do you get more side jobs?
So if you look at the plotting actions on the other side of the round order right here,
Yeah.
right at the top, draw 3, keep 1, return the other 2 to the deck.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
whoops.
We can also do that with gadgets to put more gadgets out into the field. So
We don't have a lot of espionage, unfortunately.
no, espionage is tough. All right, so
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of it, but I spent it all. I didn't realize.
Which,
That's okay.
completing
Maybe
side
next time.
jobs. I have nothing to complete. Moving to Emerson.
I'm going to spend the 3 corruption into the world and complete my side job.
Sweet. Congrats.
And then I got another infamy,
And an infamy.
which I'm just going to immediately give in.
Oh,
I have 5.
did you get the
now.
infamy from the do it in, or
Yes.
do it in one trip?
I just did.
Yeah, that actually goes to me since I'm team leader. So
I put it in the pot. I didn't even take it.
You-
yeah, no, I just pulled it up here because we're already after tied, so we can't put it in the pile.
Okay.
All right. Goodman's plotting actions. I'm sorry, Archibald. Did you have a side job to complete? John? Oh, John froze. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Boop.
I will ping him, but we will move on bravely without him for now. So for Goodman's plotting actions, we will flip over another gadget and whoops and God, and another Doomsday mission.
Oh, no.
Neurotoxin prototype. We place this card on a resource mission on the war map. The tile may not be deployed to for the round. Squads on the tile may not move off of the tile or generate spoils. If an agent occupies or moves onto the tile, they take no action on the tile as if they have been corrupted. Return this card to the owner at the beginning of the monologuing stage. In Syndicate, the best thing this is for is protecting a tile with a lot of spoils if we don't want to collect. Hold on a second.
I can do the hijack world media outlets this turn.
And the agent will be hitting it this turn as well, just so you're aware.
Yeah, I know. That's why I held onto this data cache.
Corruption or data cache?
Data cache. 1 corruption wouldn't do nothing against him, but I have an ability to half his attack.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Which is why I'm going to bring a bunch of hackers with me to act as fodder.
Facebook is not bringing messages up. Oh, there it is.
Because he does what? He does 2 damage for every marker on the thing?
One
Or
damage.
1 damage?
Yeah, one
Okay.
damage.
So he does. So he would do 3 rounded down. So I just need to bring 1 extra. That's fine.
He would do one. Yeah, 1 damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, half rounded down.
I could just soak that to a fixer. That's fine. I have an extra. Anybody
Okay.
need any hackers?
Are we
Hackers for sale.
flipping? We're flipping the thing, right?
I believe we
Think
are.
so.
So first off, we'll move this clock down to 3 because we finished giving the plotting actions. So now we begin the next round. So yeah, now if we want to flip this, we can.
I think we need to.
Alrighty.
The honors.
Focused efforts. This is what I was worried about, actually. All right, so 6 completed Doomsday missions.
No.
Only 2 mission types are on the war map. That means that it's disruption or thought control. It can only be 2 different types of missions. Each loyal henchman has completed at least 2 objectives. So that's again, global events, side jobs, or Goodman directives. So I've already covered that part for me. And we have to have 60 infamy in the vault.
Everyone has covered the objectives. I just checked.
All right, cool. So our problem is we have 2 thought controls, 2 disruptions, and then a power seizure and mass destruction. So if we remove these 2 right here, and then replace them with thought control and disruption, complete all 6 missions, then we're good.
Okay.
We also didn't remove any of them.
We have a disruption. We don't have a thought control.
Oh, okay. So the way we get a thought control, I'll flip over the interpol again just to show you. Damn it. There we go. So we spend 2 corruption for every high alert token on the tile to gain a Doomsday tile from the world. So somebody has to go to CIA and spend 6 corruption to get a Doomsday mission. That's the cheapest way to do it.
6 corruption.
We also need to, during
6?
plotting, I'm going to flip this over really quick. During plotting, we need to remove 2 active Doomsday missions, which means spending 6 espionage, and then we can replace them with the tiles that we have. So once we go out and do that, we can then spend 6 espionage to then take it down. But then we have to complete all 6 missions before the agent removes them with its 1 action. And we're getting a new global event every round now because the clock moves twice.
Great.
Oh, we got John
new
back.
global event this round. Hooray.
Hey, yeah, sorry. My internet went out.
No worries. John, did you have a side job to complete?
Yeah, I completed it. I did it. I grabbed my 2 VP. I don't know how to grab. Is there a pile of infamy I can grab from?
Yeah, it's up here.
Just copy paste.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me copy for some reason.
Oh, because you got kicked out. So let me re-promote you.
Okay.
All right, now you should be able to do it.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, so we flipped the Doomsday plan. We have to effectively swap out, take over South American cartels, and deploy neurotoxin and replace it with another disruption and thought control mission, one of which we have in our vault.
So there's
we're going to have to spend 6 corruption to get. So how much infamy do we have?
In the vault, 53.
Infamy?
53.
That's pretty good, actually. So
we're not too far off on that because we'll get infamy from completing these jobs.
That said, we're going to need a
So we can
ton
spend
of corruption and a ton of espionage, specifically 6 corruption and 6 espionage in order to do this. So how much do we have of each?
Corruption?
We have 1.
6.
We have 1 espionage. I can go grind espionage and maritime piracy this turn.
Yeah, 6 corruption. I have the 1 espionage. It's still on me. I didn't tithe it.
Ooh. Can you
That's
put someone on Murder Inc.,
I have
Travis?
abilities. Yes, I sure can.
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, if you guys can get a bunch of espionage, that'll save us a bunch of infamy. Then we might want to consider... Oh, shit. We can't complete these 2 missions, so following the agent doesn't really help. We can complete Crash Wall Street. 1, 2, 3. No, because next round we'll have to guard it next round. I'm gonna let you guys do
I can
this one because I'm talking too much.
Well, so I can complete hijack major world media outlets this round. I can do it right now, in fact. But I'd have to do it. It makes sense for me to do it last, and then just take the hit.
If you do it, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. So on 2,
Yeah.
do you need any
Yeah.
help?
No, I can do it with one squad.
Yep.
Because my squads are big.
Are we crashing Wall Street?
We can.
We're
I'm just super well set up to do it. I think I need a total of like 1 more smarts, and then I'm set.
If you do it on phase 1, it will generate 2 spoils on counterfeiting operation. At which point I can go out on phase 2 and collect it. Then I'm gonna get hit by the agent. No, never mind. That doesn't work.
actually no. I need a soldier to automate maritime piracy. I can do the rest of it, but I need something. I need a soldier's worth of combat. We don't have any, other than the one Travis has. Can you complete your objective without it, Travis?
I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Okay.
The assassin's going to Murder Inc. As asked. That's it. That's all I've got set up so far. What else do we need?
I need a soldier for maritime piracy.
Hey, John, I'm going to give you a scientist to leave on your base so that it
Oh,
takes
thanks.
the trail trigger.
Thank you.
So I'll let you to take that one off.
Yep.
Does anybody have more than one gadget?
Think you got enough henchmen, Alex? Jesus.
Do you want them or not? I just need specific types. Like, the problem is that I generated 6 henchmen last round.
That's
So
not a
yeah, I've
problem.
got a ton right now. Yeah.
Sean, were you asking
Gen-
about more than one gadget?
Do you want a
Does
hacker?
anybody have more than one gadget? Yeah.
I do.
Okay. That's another trail trigger for me. And some people have got hackers working for them. So, okay.
I mean, I'd be happy to give you one of my gadgets.
Do you want some hackers? I'm not doing anything with them.
I either need all the hackers or none of the hackers until we figure out what we're doing.
Okay. I can give you all of my hackers. That's not an issue.
Okay.
Does the neurotoxin prototype stop the CIA agent from taking away the mission?
Yes, they act as if they're corrupted once they get to the tile. So,
Okay.
Ooh.
because so the way the mechanic works is when the CIA agent hits the tile, they do damage. The neurotoxin acts as a automatic corruptor to agents. So that is an excellent idea because that can protect a tile.
Yeah. I won't need it for my stuff. It'd be helpful for other stuff.
Someone
I
may
can
want to
just
buy
suck
that.
it.
We do we have enough? We didn't hire henchmen, so now it's going to cost us 12. But if we have 12 VP, we can hire Axel, toss 2 data cache at him, and knock the technology track down to 1.
Ow. That makes me very, very anxious.
Then we can spend 2 more data cache to get it back up to 3, and get 2
Oh,
more.
I feel pretty good about that.
So basically, for 4 data cache, we can get 2 gadgets, and then for another 2 data cache, we can get a 3rd gadget.
What do we need our villain
We have
prestige
a
for?
ton of data cache.
The
We don't
villain
need it.
prestige hires Axel or Jin. We just need 12 of it, so we can
That's-
pool it together. But
That's our only use for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 4 to contribute.
I have 3.
I have 5.
That's enough. We have 16 between us. For everyone.
I'm gonna put it in the center here.
What do we have sitting there?
I'm gonna
That's
cast
8.
it out. 3,
No, that's 7. Sorry, that's 7, not 8.
2, 3. Yeah.
So we need 1 more.
1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna bring a 3 VP down here to.
So
Actually,
I'm now completely set to crash Wall Street whenever you want. I've got everybody in house. So if that's useful, I could just do that.
If you do it right after he moves off there, then yeah.
Yeah, like round 2, you think?
Phase 2, yeah.
Yeah. Now at that point, I would end up to 3 betrayal triggers, but that's okay, right?
Not at the end of the game, but we can work on getting you down before that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, do we still need more VP to hire the dude?
We haven't spent any yet, so
So here's 12 sitting there.
cool. We'll spend that, and we want Axel, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's the best one.
Oops, I'm shuffling, not grabbing him. So I'm pulling Axel out. I'm going to put him on the team leaders tile for now, which I believe is Emerson right now. He acts as a henchman that can be used throughout this round, and he's going to go away at the end of the round. So he has 1, 0, 2, 2 for stats. He also has the ability to spend 1 data cache, and blueprints are for suckers. Once per round, Axel may lower the technology track by 2 or increase it by 1. He can also do a tune-up where he spends 1 data cache, and he can lower the cost of one player's deployment by 1 funding for the entire round. So
Well,
it's
Nice.
so for bigger
data
squads,
cache.
he can potentially save someone 3 funding.
We have a ton of data cache, so I would go ahead and spend it and bring the technology track down to 1 like you thought.
Mhm.
So you need to spend 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can do it twice, right? Oh, you
Yeah.
can only do it once per round. Sorry, you can do it once.
Okay. So it's down to 3. No problem. And then that allows us to buy probably neurotoxin prototype and maybe hypnotic spray.
Hypnotic spray is good for the diplomacy, if nothing else.
Well, it also allows you to manipulate the agent's direction.
Do we want to use
Deploys
media
the agent's
manipulation? Or do we want to wait till next round to see if we need it?
I'm gonna hit the hijack major world outlets and complete it. So I think we can wait on the media manipulation unless you want to do them both at once.
Hitting 1 does nothing for us right now. We have to hit both in order to get the benefit, because either way we have 2 rounds left
Okay.
until we get 2 more rounds. But that said, there's nothing that says
We
have
don't need to hit them both at once. Yeah, we don't need to hit them both at once. We just
Yeah,
need to hit
you're
them.
correct.
The hypnotic spray, once the Interpol agent gets to maritime piracy, if he's reversed, then I'll be able to get a bunch more of the espionage ones. Don't we need espionage? Oh no, he's getting espionage. Oh, he's not gonna be able to hold on to him very long.
We're doubling up on espionage. I'm gonna get 2 from this round.
So we need corruption at that point, right? We need a lot of corruption.
Mm-hmm.
We need 6 corruption and 6 espionage for the plan we talked about earlier.
We have 6 corruption. We need the espionage more right now.
And we can also buy stuff for 3 infamy apiece, and we're actually sitting pretty well on infamy because of all the raids we've done on agent headquarters.
Okay.
Which also kind of bit us, but not too badly.
Yeah, it's double-edged sword.
Do we want to hit CIA for more espionage then?
Not until we've gotten the mission from the worlds, because that's what we need the 6 corruption for. And then after that, absolutely, we can hit it.
I see. Okay, that's what we're trying to do, is get rid of the military support. We have the 6 corruption.
No, sorry. So if we go to a headquarter tile and spend 2 corruption per high alert token, we can take a doomsday tile from out of the world, and we need a thought control mission.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And it's 2 corruption per
high alert.
We need
high alert.
Yeah, we need the espionage to remove tiles that are there. We need the corruption to bring in tiles that aren't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I imagine this would be maybe easier with 6 players, because then we'd have every role or more roles.
It absolutely is easier. The clock also starts at a lower time frame because of it. So you also end up bumping into each other more. Like even with 4 players, we saw that we didn't always have something to do all 3 phases. With 6 players, that's even worse. So you really have to
I imagine.
team up and really make yourself efficient. Because otherwise, yeah. Okay, so What are we doing, guys?
That's the question. Is I just don't know what to do.
Um,
I know where I'm sending in phase 1. After that, it's like I don't know what to do.
can I do anything here after I've completed the mission, or do I just sit there?
You can move off of it
Like-
on phase 3.
Well, I don't want to move off of it on phase 3. I need to defend it, so I'm just
Oh,
going to
good
sit
call.
on it.
So, actually, funny enough, that could be another strategy we use if we don't want to do thought control and disruption. Do we have 4 of the other stuff in our? No, we don't.
No.
I was gonna say
No,
we can
we
let the agent remove all this stuff, and then, but that wouldn't be good either.
So you're thinking finish,
It's really just
bang out mass destruction, and let the agent take it away?
I wasn't thinking that, but yes,
Oh.
that's an excellent idea.
Okay.
it is a good
so-
idea. Yeah. Huh. I can do that. I need no. I can't do that because I don't have enough combat strength.
This is also going to remove 2 missions to the world, resource missions to the world, which isn't necessarily bad, but
What is?
deploy neurotoxin. It nukes 2 tiles.
Deal 100 damage to 2 adjacent resource mission tiles.
Then remove them to the world. Yeah.
2 adjacent
would
resource
wanna
mission
get-
tiles.
So it's like these 2 right here, or these 2 right here, or these 2 right here.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's adjacent to deploy neurotoxin? Nothing's.
Good point. We can also do that to power seizure if we want. The takeover South American cartels. I keep saying African.
We don't have the combat strength to do that. The only one who has that raw combat strength is me, but I need it if we're going to get the espionage.
Okay.
We haven't gotten any soldiers
you-
really.
You can send. You have the. I see. You have cunning
Yeah.
as well. Can you send just a soldier and a cunning there? Or
what
soldier
I'm
and
doing.
a. I see.
Soldier and a thief is what I'm doing for the cunning. That's what I'm doing for first round.
Well, we have no way to get soldiers right now, do we?
Nope.
Nope.
If we complete deploy neurotoxin, we can put another mission out there like arms dealing, which can give us soldiers.
Let's do that.
It's true.
So
My
yeah,
only request is that Murder Inc. and Maritime Piracy stay out.
yeah, you can get rid of smuggling ring and hacker cell.
So how are we completing deploy neurotoxin? Because it is it requires 4
I can-
combat as well.
I'm at
Can't
1.
do that if I'm doing the espionage. I could move.
I've got 2
Both,
assassins.
I could
can
go
hit
here
3.
for 1. I can get 4 and hit deploy neurotoxin first, but I'm going to be relying on Travis to get that espionage.
I can either deploy out there with you or hack the planet for 221 stealth, cunning, diplomacy.
That wouldn't help. I have everything else except combat. That's the risk.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I have 2 assassins that are worth combat point each. And Axel, because can Axel be used? What's his?
He can.
Does he have any combat?
He does. Axel has 1022. 1
So-
combat, 0
That
stealth,
would-
and 2 diplomacy.
So that would get you to 4, Travis, if you were to do it on your own. Can you hit the other 3 rosters?
Let me take a look.
I know
at
you can hit the
numbers.
stealth.
What is
the,
cunning 6? I doubt it. What is good?
Yeah.
I need hackers.
You want hackers? I got hackers.
You got
I got
hackers?
hackers coming out of my ear.
Okay,
I
let me
got
figure
hackers
out
coming out of my earballs.
where's Axel's stats that I can look at.
It's on the right table.
Thanks.
Character sheets over there.
1022. Okay. I mean,
I will go to CIA and do the corruption thing to get the other Doomsday mission.
1022. Let me play with my stats here real quick, and I'll get it figured out.
You need to do it round 2 though, and then evac.
Yeah, it would be in round 2. Okay, I've got 2, 3, 4, 4.
Because I can give you 2 hackers easy.
1 second. 2, 3,
You wouldn't
4,
even
4.
need 2. You only need 1.
Yeah, I need 1 hacker, and that's it.
Okay, he's yours.
4, and then my 2 assassins is 5 and 6, and that's it. That does it. And I go out there
Perfect.
around 2, and it's expensive as fuck.
John, do you know what you're doing?
So in phase 2, I'm going to hit Wall Street.
Okay. Do you need any help there?
No, I've got it all locked.
Okay.
I don't have any
Um,
other plans because
If
it costs
anybody
money
else
to
is-
move around.
if anybody else is spending funding because their squads are too big, I have no squads. So I am more than happy to take some of those henchmen and then help you deploy for free.
Yeah.
Oh, great, good, because
so
I
my-
was gonna have to spend one.
Yeah, my squad 1 is 6 henchmen big.
Yeah. So I have squads 2 and 3 open, and I'm not doing anything besides phase 1 right now. So
So right now it looks like I'm going to be hitting deploy neurotoxin at round 2.
that means
And
you're going
I-
to get hit at the end of round 2. You know that,
And I
right?
do believe the CIA agent shows up. Yes.
Yep. Just making sure.
So
So is he
Hey,
killing your
Sean.
entire squad, or
he's only doing 3 points of damage, right?
that means he's not gonna send the mission to the world though? If he since you're blocking the damage.
Shit. So I would need to go out there round 1. So yeah, I'll go out there round 1 instead. If we can reverse the order of the... Okay, that's how we do it. I need... I need there. I need to buy hypnotic spray,
And somebody needs to deploy to the agent's tile, and
which is what I'm doing with my 3rd, because that's where he'll be on the start of turn 3, and then I'll reverse him. And it
Oh, okay.
allows...
you're doing it
the
to Interpol, not to CIA.
Correct, because we want him to hit that.
Yes.
So,
Got
but
it.
I do that first, which means I move my assassin in round 2 instead. I just jump over there in round 2 instead, which means I
Okay.
need a bunch of funding.
All right. And John, you said I could help you out phase 2 on Wall Street.
Yeah, I gave you a thief. If you can make sure he gets there.
Sweet. This hurts my soul because it's going to give me a permanent betrayal trigger, but I'm doing it just for you.
Oh,
How
what?
much- How much are you?
No, you're only saving me 1 funding. Why not? Do
No,
we
no,
have the
it's-
extra
it's-
funding?
No, it's regardless because the disruption missions are on the board, but we need 3 of them.
Oh, yeah.
anyway. That,
How
yes,
much are you
mostly joking.
spending to do that? Only 1? I'm spending 3 to move the squad around. Maybe it's smarter to help me with deploy neurotoxin instead,
I'd be more than happy to.
and let him pay the 1.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I can help you out round 1 and go to CIA round 3. It doesn't matter when I go to CIA.
Oh, okay.
So what do you need me to move to there round 1?
Why don't you take the fixer and the hacker? That way it doesn't give me a betrayal trigger for you taking the assassins. So here's the fixer, and here's the hacker.
Okay.
And that brings me down to 4.
So John, because
Yeah.
I need to move off of that tile phase 1, what exactly do you need there on phase 2? Actually, I could just put them all in the same squad. So now I have the thief, the fixer, and the hacker all in squad 2. They'll meet you out there. I need 1 funding, unfortunately, if I'm going to do that though.
I'm going to reset up my squad here. Combat.
Team
we have
leader,
the extra
steal
funding for
funding
John?
from the pile?
Well, sorry, what?
Do you mind if I steal a funding from the pile?
Oh, please take any funding you need. I'm gonna, in fact, take a few extra just in case we made a mistake. Because we have a pretty large pile of it.
And let's see here.
Brings me. Oops.
John, do you need to do that mission on phase 2, or can you do it on phase 3?
I can do phase 3.
Okay, I can save the funding if we do it phase 3.
Roger.
So-
Okay. What did I miss, guys?
Not much. We're shuffling stuff around.
Yeah, we're getting set up.
And actually, now that means I don't get to go to CIA. So in order to save the funding, does somebody have an action they could send somebody to CIA and spend 6 corruption? Can be anybody.
I would need the corruption, but I can do it.
Yeah, the corruption's in the bank.
Oh, actually no, because I need to stay where I am. For
We can
2.
give you a
I just-
henchman for a 3rd squad.
Okay, yeah, I can do that then.
CIA, not Interpol. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
1, 2.
I know you said CIA. I just kept thinking Interpol
Oh,
for
you're
some
good.
reason.
6.
Team leader, I'm grabbing that 6 corruption and giving it to
Take it.
0.
You don't need to give me another henchman. I'll just put a fixer in the squad. It's fine.
Sounds good.
I actually have spare henchmen. Turns out
I do
that's what
too.
happens when you generate 6. I personally doubled the henchmen on the board in 1 round.
And what did you need on round one in mass destruction? What am I sending out there? Was it the thief?
I'm double checking my stats right now. It's
Because I can hack the planet and do the same things that thief can. Actually, more.
super slow when in Tabletop Simulator to figure this out. All right. We have 3 cunning total. Okay. So
It's definitely an acquired taste.
I have 5 combat, 9 stealth, 3 cunning, 2 diplomacy. What do we need?
So we need 3 cunning then.
There you go.
I can hack the planet and send the squad out, and that will do it. I was
that's
trying
round
to do
one?
it and do something else at the same time, but we'll take care of it, basically. We got it. All right. Does everybody have their action set? This is a more complicated round, so.
Yep.
My actions are set. I need to purchase the hypnotic spray. So I'm going to do that. How much did it cost me? 3?
It would cost you 3. If you want Archibald to do it, he can buy it for 2.
And then give it to me?
Yep.
Because I am at base. Is Archibald at base?
I am for now, yeah.
Okay, then here, Archibald, I'm giving you the hypnotic spray. I'll delete the 2 data cache. 1,
Oop.
2, gone. Okay, and then
You did it?
and then you're going to trade it. So I'm going to grab the hypnotic spray.
Technology track goes up to 4.
And I will move a data cache into my inventory to spend for the hypnotic spray.
I move a squad to maritime piracy, and I produce.
So, gents, as long as we end up with 2 espionage at the end of this round, we will be in a position next round to end the game if we have our betrayal triggers low enough and we can not lose any of the stuff on the board.
Sean, can you please reauthorize me? I forgot
Oh, yeah.
that I dropped. Sorry about that.
Yep.
I'm like,
There you
why
go.
is this not copy pasting? Thank you.
Sorry.
Not on you. Unless you're secretly interrupting my internet service.
No, the node doesn't like disruption, remember?
That's true. It's true. I suppose I should thank you for bringing it back.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Gator. Thank
Did
you,
it for
Mr.
my
Gator.
phone, otherwise it wouldn't have been difficult.
We're going to lose hijack major world outlets, world media
No, we're
outlets.
not. No,
Oh,
we're not.
'cause you're going to block it?
Yep.
You're going to lose all your infamy. You know that, right?
I don't have. I'm going to lose the 8 infamy that
You're
I'm going to get from that mission, sure, but
Yes.
That's rough.
Just so you're aware. But it's okay.
it's okay.
So
It's-
wait, why? I thought you were going to do your evac thing, and are you taking one of the damage on Azura?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
no. I don't need
you
to take the.
Oh, you can take it all on that henchman and you're fine.
I can take it all on the henchman. Also, the damage that he does is halved because of my ability. That's why I held on to these data cache.
Gotcha.
So it's only going to do
Cool.
So I'm
one
just
damage.
I'm just gonna lose a fixer and it'll be fine.
Nice. Okay. Is it rounded down?
This is.
Yes.
It is. I
Wow.
confirmed that before I tried this. Yes.
Wow.
So
that's
her
amazing.
her data cache ability is really strong.
Okay. So everybody got their markers out there?
Yeah.
I think so.
Sweet. So we enter villainy. We are going to fund our first deployments. I'm going to send squad 2.
Oh, I already did that. I thought we'd already started.
Yeah, that's fine. We pay any funding that you owe. Like Azura, looks like you owe 1 funding for that move.
I owe 1 funding for my move as well, right? Because I have 5 dudes in
No.
my squad.
I just deployed that squad. It doesn't cost me anything. I
You
haven't
have
deployed
five-
the big squad.
You have 5 guys, right?
I haven't deployed that squad yet. That's squad 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. Travis, yes, you would spend 1 funding.
Done.
All right. Everybody is where they need to be. Let's start with the team leader, which is Emerson. We are on deploy neurotoxin. We
Okay.
have 4 combat, 3 stealth, 6 cunning. I'm using hack the planet as the node to give us our last cunning, and 2 diplomacy. That ends up netting us 8 infamy, 3 VP. Neither one of us have deploy neurotoxin as a affinity, do we?
What kind is it?
It would be under affinities in red. I don't think any
No.
of us do.
I have takeover south
Oh,
and the plant major.
it's under my affinity.
Oh well.
Yeah. You and you go. Okay, so then 3 VP, 8 infamy, and then we will destroy 2 resource mission tiles that are adjacent.
I think it's going to be the one the agent's on and smuggling ring.
So that will move the agent up 1 since he can't be on a blank tile.
That is not going to work.
Oh. I didn't know that.
We didn't know that. If that's the case, the only change is this.
That's fair. That was not a mechanic. I told you guys. My apologies.
Okay, then
But
yeah,
it
these
does
would be the
mean
best one.
it does mean that his squad
You
needs
mean-
to move.
Well, that means so
That's it.
these guys are going to jump to that instantly then. So because these are going to go away, so he's just going to bump to there next turn, doesn't it? Doesn't
He's
it?
gonna go 1, 2, and then he's gonna go this way instead. So he's gonna
If
get to
these are
here, and then
removes-
he's gonna be.
Yeah, he's
Well,
gonna
I know
skip-
that he's
he'll
going to skip these 2 spaces because they're blank. It is still better, and I'd still get more out of it for him being on here.
What if we destroyed these 2 tiles back here? Then nothing else needed to change.
You need the espionage here from Murder Inc.
We only need 2 now because of your idea for destroying this tile. It saved us 3 espionage.
Oh, did it?
So then
Okay.
you can move this here and move this guy here if we're proper retconning.
Oh,
Well, I don't know what
are
that
you
would
gonna
accomplish.
are you gonna move your squad? You're not gonna move your squad.
No, but I'm not going to move my squad because I have that's a trafficking mission. I don't need to.
Okay, so then I can change my second. All right, what's going on in the world, real quick?
Before we do anything,
Yeah.
we took a step back and it's planning again.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay, so
This is a learning experience. I'm having fun. This is a cool game.
Thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
liking
it.
okay, so Emerson's ability. Now, maybe this is actually a really good idea.
Oh, awesome. Great
Once
idea.
per phase, while deploying to a tile with an agent, Emerson adds or removes 1 high alert token from the agent's HQ. So if I deploy during round 2 to here,
Mhm.
which is where the CIA agent will be, I can pull a token off of him, and it'll only cost us 4 corruption instead of 6. Is that correct?
Dude, you saved us 5 resources this round. You saved us 3 espionage and 2 corruption.
Very nice.
I'll take MVP
Very
at the end of the
nice.
game. It's fine. All right, we'll do that. I should have enough funding on me to take care of all of this. I'm going to grab a couple extra just in case.
Okay.
Now, it does have to be Emerson that deploys there. So it has to be his.
That's the only squad I have running around.
Sweet. You're good.
And I have the
Solid.
espionage on me to power his ability, so we're good.
Cool. So my apologies for the rules mishap there. These 2 tiles get nuked by neurotoxin, shoved back into the world. We can
Very
replace
Moonraker.
those during requisition resources at the beginning of the round. So next round we'll be able to throw tiles in.
Does it cost us anything, or is it just boom, they go out?
No, Goodman's ability and the team leaders when Goodman is not around is to replace blank tiles with stuff from their vault.
Gotcha, cool, thanks.
All right. So we completed this, so we get to place a completed token there. You already collected the VP and the infamy, yes?
I did. I collected the VP and the infamy.
Awesome. So let's take our
Very
one
good.
workers there. Who is next? We have Alex.
I have already done my first round action.
Perfect. Okay.
Just produced.
Johnny.
Okay. Sorry, was it first round?
First phase, yes.
I'm first round free,
You're
proud to
in
be.
phase.
Sorry?
Yeah, first phase free, proud to be. Don't have any first phase.
Okay, cool. So the agents then move. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's that. Nope, nope. Okay, just killed the agent. Now phase 2, fund your deployment and move.
Are you broadcasting this through Steam or through Zoom?
No, I'm
'Cause I had some-
currently just recording on Zoom because I'm going to go back through and edit it later.
Okay.
So that way I can cut
I just
down.
had-
Go ahead.
I just had a friend who wanted to watch the stream, so
Fair enough.
if there was one.
My plan going forward is several times through the first week of the campaign, I'm going to do a Facebook Live and hopefully broadcast through that. But I want to see if I can do it with other people on the screen like this. So
Okay, cool.
I did a phase. I paid 2 for moving from deploy neurotoxins to take over South American cartels. Correct?
yes.
Okay.
All right. And since you did that, you can use your ability right there because that's when it happens.
Okay. So I pay the espionage, and then we kill one of those.
Yep.
And
Boom.
man, 1 second. I might be able to complete this mission. No, I can't because of the 2 extra. I almost was able to. If the CIA agent wasn't here, I could complete it.
That's awesome.
Oh.
All
Still
right.
good though. Still.
Alex, you got to deploy out to phase 2.
Yep. And this goes out here. I pay 2.
Just one, unless you have. Yeah, no, just one.
It's got 5 people. Oh no, you're right. It's from base. Right.
Yeah, from base, and it's Azura's ability. Hop in, I'm driving.
Yep. Yeah, I was already calculating my ability. I wasn't sure about the base thing.
Gotcha.
Is he still walking back? Is he still walking back?